Jun-Woo stands under a building-sized skull monster, and instead of running he ends it, one clean strike splitting the beast in half before anyone blinks. A cleaner just one-shot something no hunter could touch, and you'll want to know why that's a secret. But to see how he got here, we go back to the beginning. Cameras and microphones swarm one man before he says a word. Reporters fire questions on top of each other. The world's first SSS rank, a scouting offer from the International Hunter Association, advice for the hunters coming up behind him. This is Jun-Woo, the #1 ranked hunter on the planet, and he barely looks at them. He says he's only here to clear the dungeon. Nobody looks surprised by that answer. Something uglier is already circling under all this praise. As the team heads out, Jun-Woo tells the press flatly that his team puts civilian safety first, no matter what, then turns to leave. One reporter breaks off from the pack and corners him alone, needling him about a cleaning incident, asking straight up if Jun-Woo assaulted a civilian and threw him into a wall. The man presses harder, claiming he personally knows the person Jun-Woo supposedly assaulted, and sneers that it's convenient how someone ranked world #1 never gets a bad headline. Jun-Woo says nothing, his face going cold, while the crowd around them starts buzzing about breaking news. He walks past it all as someone else calls out, almost mocking, "Good luck with the clearing today, world rank 1. Meanwhile, the story pulls back to explain the world Jun-Woo lives in. Dungeons and monsters started tearing open across the Republic of Korea, so the government built the association to fight back, gathering people with supernatural abilities into 4 teams. One of those, Operations Team 1, handles the actual dungeon clearing on the ground. They are the hunters, and they are the most elite of the 4. That team clears every dungeon it enters, a perfect record, and its leader is Jun-Woo himself. Online, though, a different story is spreading. A video branding him a hero in public but a monster behind closed doors, stacking up views and comments by the minute. Jun-Woo scrolls through it in silence. A colleague beside him mutters that by tomorrow, this rumor will be everywhere. In the car, the truth about that reporter comes out. Not press, just a civilian, the son of a man tied to the same incident. Worse, more testimonies are surfacing against the cleaning team, backed by public sympathy. Someone tells Chief Lee to take the heat and disappear a while. She goes quiet with fury, admits she hates people who stand in her way, but says she'll handle it. Association officials meet to talk him down, telling Jun-Woo his rank won't move no matter how messy public opinion gets. He snaps back that it should. His mind flashes to right after the clear, reading the articles that twisted his name while his own team stood stunned and silent. He rode to the association fuming, and even now the crowd outside still chants his name like nothing's wrong. The record scrolls past. Youngest hunter ever, first S rank, first SSS in the world, rank 1 at home and abroad. All of it just got trashed by one story and his fury boils over. You dare get in my way. Calmer now, someone asks why he did it. His answer, he was grabbed by the collar first, he only reacted. Someone vows that Brat gets his ass kicked once they reach the association. A voice on the phone gives an order. Bring that bastard to me, before this gets any bigger, I settle it myself. Remember that call. Cut to Jun-Woo's car at night, his driver grumbling about the mob trying to bury a good man over one video. Then headlights flare white through the windshield. A truck is coming straight for them, and it is not slowing down. The math just changed the instant that truck bore down, a burst of blue light, and it's already stopped dead in the street. Jun-Woo mutters that one more second and the asphalt would have been painted in blood. The truck never even tried to brake. His driver stammers she doesn't know why. Jun-Woo's already furious, stalking toward the wreck to find out who did this. Before he reaches the truck, something clamps onto him, an anti-hunter arresting device, and just like that his own body stops answering him. More headlights swing in from the dark, closing fast. He strains against the thing locking down his powers, snarling that he can't use a single skill, and then the blow lands, sudden and hard. He coughs blood and a masked gunman levels a weapon at him point blank. Then the whole street goes up, A fireball swallows the cars, the buildings, the block. Jun-Woo's left standing in the middle of it, scorched and grinning like it's nothing. Today's really a shitty day. His eyes flare red. Whoever set this up is about to regret it. Rifles rise. Prepare to fire. Here's where it gets stupid, the good kind. This hit was planned to the letter, built to kill an ordinary hunter before he even understands what's happening. But Kim Jun-Woo isn't ordinary. He's the world's first SSS-rank hunter, and he survived 1,000 dungeons where death was the only other option. So he just laughs. Because it is me. He cuts through them, sure nothing this small could kill him, that's what he seriously believed. Then he's down, restrained, and a strange blue-lit gun levels at his face. The Titan, a weapon built specifically to put hunters down. All he gets out is an that's a bit dangerous, he thinks, right before it fires. System windows flood his vision, one after another, too fast to read. His body goes slack and sinks through blue water, weightless, gone. A hand reaches for him out of the light as the messages keep stacking up around him. Something is happening that has nothing to do with dying quietly. Kim Jun-Woo wakes with a gasp, 10 years younger, under a sunset he hasn't seen in a decade. More windows confirm it. The return is complete. Around him, hunters gripe about clearing this site before the next dungeon opens. He's back on dungeon cleaning team 2, bottom rung, memories intact. It's so tiring, he mutters. Fuck. The nightmare runs it back. The rigged truck, the arresting device locking his skills, the gunman raising the anti-hunter weapon called the Titan. The shot lands. The world goes white. Then Kim Jun-Woo jolts awake gasping, drenched in sweat, his whole body stiff like he took the hit for real. He doesn't recognize the ceiling above him. The room's barely bigger than his own bathroom, and it isn't Chief Lee's place either. She wouldn't let him past her door if the world was ending. Jun-Woo pushes up, disoriented, demanding to know where the hell he is, and that's when his eyes catch the reflection in the window. The face staring back isn't the one he expected. It's his own, 10 years younger, 28-year-old Kim Jun-Woo. Before he can process it, a system window slams open. Hidden skill, Karma. Remember this name because whatever just triggered it is about to rewrite his whole life. It wasn't a dream. He actually died. Jun-Woo laughs hollow because the timeline checks out. Hunter at 18, rank by 28, 22nd in Korea, 6th in the world, a rising star everyone was watching. Then the job title lands, Dungeon Cleaner. The world's first SSS-rank hunter is a cleaner now. The Karma window spells out the deal. Cancel this regression and reclaim his old life, but only by becoming Secretary General of the International Supernatural Association within 5 years. That's not a promotion. That's the single most powerful seat on Earth. Even as the world's first SSS-rank hunter, he never got nominated. Fine, ignore the Karma, who cares about some cosmic contract. He'll just climb back to SSS the old-fashioned way, skills intact. Then he checks his hunter skills. Every single one is locked. Jun-Woo stares, stunned, then furious. What the hell is this damn Karma actually doing to him? He wakes up 10 years into his past with his skills locked and his life's achievements erased overnight. SSS-rank hunter to dungeon cleaner in one night. Actually working the job is off the table. His pride won't allow it. But there's a bigger problem now. Finding whoever actually killed him, because that was no random hit squad. Was it a private guild? Someone inside the association. Before he can chase it further, his phone rings. A stranger's voice in this timeline, Team Leader Park, needling him for being an hour late and asking if yesterday's dungeon beat him up bad. Park's still ranting. Some other new hire quit after one shift and won't stop calling for a refund. Jun-Woo overhears cleaners on the call, worried about him like he's fragile, and it lands wrong. He's the world's first SSS-rank hunter, reduced to someone dungeon janitors feel sorry for. He really did die and land here. On the phone, he finally catches a name, Team Leader Park Jun-T of the cleaning crew. Park tells him to rest today. Jun-Woo cuts him off. He's coming in. Now. No supercar waiting outside, no cash in his pocket either. Jun-Woo, a man who used to have anything he wanted, rides a city bus to work like everyone else, and it burns. But there's a silver lining buried in it. This world doesn't know who he used to be. Whatever happened between him and Park in his old life, it hasn't happened yet here. His mind snaps to the real question: who actually killed him? Someone jammed his hunter skills with an anti-supernatural device, then finished him with Titan, a first-class firearm built to drop monsters and hunters both. Tech so expensive no dungeon cleaner should ever touch one. Unless Park Jun-Tae hired muscle out of spite. His son held a grudge against Jun-Woo too. Remember that name. On the bus, an old memory forces its way up. He got hit with an assault charge once for shoving a man who wouldn't take a hint. In the memory, a cleaning team leader plants himself in Jun-Woo's path and gives his name, Park Jun-Tae. Same name as the cleaner running his crew right now. He's here demanding Jun-Woo take back a plan to cut the cleaning teams. The man backs off the credit. He only suggested it. The regulation team decides, not him. But they both know Jun-Woo's word alone could gut the whole crew without him lifting a finger. He begs for a reconsideration. Jun-Woo isn't interested in the plea itself, just irritated the man showed up in person to waste his time over it. Cleaners cutting their numbers is like a lizard shedding its tail, Jun-Woo tells him, ice cold. Wasteful, but it keeps the body alive. Then the real reason comes out. The association is bleeding money and protecting hunter salaries by trimming cleaning staff instead. Jun-Woo frames it as duty, hunters die for citizens, cleaners just tidy up after. Even his own colleague mutters that it's garbage. The man snaps, insulted, they do plenty and they're proud of it. Jun-Woo shrugs and starts walking, this is overdue anyway. The man blocks him again, throwing the association's own line back at him, protect the citizens. Are we not citizens? Jun-Woo, annoyed now, delivers the line that really cuts. You don't risk your life like hunters do, you just eat well off our backs. Acting like fucking parasites, Jun-Woo spits and that word breaks the man completely. He grabs Jun-Woo's collar and swings, and it turns into a real brawl before someone drags them apart, yelling for Chief Lee, an association higher-up, to handle the mess. The memory cuts out cold. Back in the present, light and sirens flare across the site. A danger-grade yellow dungeon just tore open. A flash of memory, the yellow-grade boss he fought at 28 years still ahead of him. Jun-Woo, the world's first SSS-rank hunter, regressed 10 years into his past, confirms it to himself, he really is back. Then he's at the site and a voice calls him over, hey, you came, Mr. Jun-Woo. Jun-Woo goes quiet. So they've finally met the man he's convinced ruined his life. Dungeon cleaner Park Jun-Tae, grinning like he's been waiting. Park Jun-Tae waves him over, all smiles, then needles him for zoning out. Jun-Woo studies him instead, an ordinary middle-aged man in cheap work clothes, exactly how he remembers him. He doesn't look like a killer, Jun-Woo thinks. Jun-Tae hustles him along, bragging to the other cleaners that he always knew this new hire would show up looking so earnest. Nobody looks convinced. Jun-Tae introduces the rest of cleaning team 3. Han Sang-hyuk is still sore about a co-worker who flaked last time. Hwi Jang doesn't see the point of a 5th member when 4 already handle it fine. Quiet Mun So-yeon just watches. Jun-Tae calls the clock, 45 minutes left, and everyone's stunned it's that short because Jun-Woo showed up an hour late. Jun-Tae just shrugs. Move before they catch heat. Someone hands him a gas mask and Jun-Woo just stares at it, thrown. Jun-Tae checks in, is he okay, any problems? Jun-Woo brushes it off and asks the real question. What does a dungeon cleaner actually do? Cue the breakdown. This is the association, Korea's supernatural and dimension management body, split into 4 teams total. Control tracks every dungeon that opens. Support builds and maintains the gear. Operations is the hunters who actually clear the monsters inside. And then there's a 4th team, the one whose job Jun-Woo never understood before. His crew pushes into the tunnel, masks on, checking gas levels, warned the boss this time is huge and dismantling it will take a while. Someone snaps at him for drifting off alone in the dark. Deep in the tunnel, Jun-Woo cuts off the group. The boss room isn't that way, it's this way, pointing at a different passage entirely. Dead silence, then anger. What kind of bullshit is that? One cleaner offers to let him quit if he doesn't want to work. Another snaps that they are already behind schedule. Jun-Woo says nothing back. Someone shoves the control team's map at him. Check it yourself. Jun-Woo won't budge. The map's wrong. This is the way. The others stare, wondering if control ever screws up like this if the new guy's on something. Pressed on how he's so sure, Jun-Woo almost says it. I'm the one who cleared this dungeon, then swallows the thought. They'd never believe him anyway. He drops it and the group pushes on into the dark. Someone catches the 10-minute warning, the countdown to the dungeon actually closing. Here's the mechanic. A cleared dungeon doesn't vanish. It just goes dormant for about 2 hours before monsters repopulate. Hunters clear out the second the boss dies and never think twice, but leave monster corpses piled up in there. And when the dungeon reopens, the next team walking in gets lost in their own kill zone. Jun-T walks Jun-Woo through the real stakes. Leftover gas can kill, and corpses left behind block hunters from moving freely, so cleaning literally shapes how a dungeon gets cleared. He's proud of it, insists there'd be no hunters at all without teams like his. Jun-Woo stays quiet, quietly reconsidering how pointless he assumed this job was. Then the team stops. The map says this door is the boss room. The team stops cold. This isn't the room. Sang-hyuk rounds on Jun-Woo, accusing him of lying about the layout. Jun-T just shrugs, decides they'll finish the routine clean and get out. Only 22 minutes left on the clock. The vote is unanimous. Nobody asks Jun-Woo. He's still catching up. Wait, enough for what? Jun-Woo pushes back. Leave a dungeon sealed and it's a week trapped minimum, up to a year at worst. Jun-T just laughs, says fine, they'll live in here then. A year sealed in a dungeon means death, and this team already knows it and shrugs anyway. They write him off as a soft newbie who looks down on cleaning. He goes quiet. Alone with his thoughts, Jun-Woo replays exactly who he is. 15 years hunting, never once failed a clearing, the career that made him the world's first SSS rank, the strongest hunter alive. Getting talked down to by cleaners in a dungeon is almost funny. He speaks up, says there's a shortcut passage cutting through this room. Someone starts to scoff him off and Jun-Woo cuts him dead. Shut up and listen. Jun-Woo lays out real numbers. 500 meters to the boss room, 8 minutes on the marked route, 5 if they run. The team just stares. He doesn't wait for a vote, says he's taking point this time. Don't like it, leave. He's already moving before anyone can answer. They sprint the passage and break out at the boss room door to a scream tearing through the dark ahead. The door opens on the boss, a foxtrot centipede, a centipede-type monster over 10 meters tall, one the record says was already cleared. The room is wrecked. This was a fierce fight. A full team could have lost 5 or 6 people here. But someone found the kill point anyway, the hollow just above its forehead, right by the massive chain. Jun-Woo doesn't flinch at any of it. Clock's still running. Let's start. The team panics. No time for grudges over the wrong room, they say. Jun-Woo answers with a blade of red light instead of words, one clean slash where the weak point should be. It should be over. It isn't. The centipede roars back up and the team freezes. This thing was already cleared, confirmed dead, and it's still moving. Jun-Woo's face just goes flat. What a pain in the ass. Jun-Woo grumbles, without his old skills back, yet this is harder than it should be, and drops a second slash. The centipede finally goes down for good. The team chalks the twitching up to rigor mortis and starts blaming operations for a sloppy sweep. Jun-Woo just tells them straight, it's their first boss monster, so stay back if they can't hold their nerve near one. Jun-Woo grabs the knife himself and cuts off any argument. Insert it wrong and your wrist snaps, he says, then shows exactly where the blade slides in, only between the 3rd, 6th, and 12th segments. The nerves are still firing too, so he tells them to ignore the twitching and keep cutting. The team just stares, stunned silent, before falling in line. He fires off another warning, don't touch the tail. Hunters have died from that poison and stay off the blood too. It isn't toxic, but it sticks like glue. Off to the side, Jun-T flatly denies ever briefing Jun-Woo on any of it. Sang-hyuk presses for an answer nobody has, while a pale system window flashes past unread and the blade keeps working the corpse. The system confirms it, dismantling complete. Jun-Woo exhales, relieved, right as another cleaner staggers back, hit by a reward he wasn't expecting. The crew can't believe a first-timer carried the whole job, and Sang-hyuk gets teased for looking nervous next to him. Jun-T checks his watch, 5 minutes left before the limit, calls it a day, and leads them toward the exit. One cleaner credits Jun-Woo for how smooth it went. Then Jun-Woo freezes, spotting blood leaking from a torn bag at his feet, the exact thing he warned them to avoid. Jun-T sees he can't move. Jun-Woo waves them off, fine, stay back. Even with a hunter's strength, he can't tear loose. He knows the fix instantly, a fire skill hot enough to melt it. The system answers, skill locked. Jun-Woo curses under his fogged mask, he's actually stuck. Jun-T calls for rope, and the crew ties it fast, then hauls together, but Jun-Woo doesn't budge an inch. Someone checks the clock, 55 seconds until the dungeon seals. They pull again and it still fails. Jun-T orders him to rip his hazmat suit off right there, gas levels or not. Jun-T snaps that the whole team could get trapped over this, and Jun-Woo can't believe it, he's the only one stuck. Why would everyone go down with him? The line lands hard. Even lizards cut off their own tails to survive. Jun-Woo dares him to do exactly that, cut him loose. Furious, Jun-T gives up on the rope entirely and orders the team to leave, those who can must survive. Someone shoves Jun-Woo forward, screaming to get out, it's the leader's order, but his eyes stay locked and sharp. Overhead, the dungeon's countdown ignites, 10 seconds. The team sprints through the dark corridor as the number drops to 9. Then 8, one hunter grabbing another's shoulder mid-run, then 7, still short of the gate. 6, 5, and hunters spill through the gate into blinding light. 4, someone breaks down crying, hands pressed to their face. 3, 2, a hand glows white-hot. 1, Jun-Woo's eyes burn with focus. 0, and gold light bursts through the pillars in one massive flare. Cut to the team outside, faces flooding with relief. One of them finally letting the tears go. Jun-Woo comes up gasping, hands on his knees, team leader Park Jun-T and the others crowding around him. He almost died just now from gas, in a dungeon with no monsters on cleanup duty. A hand reaches down, checks he's okay. First job of the day, someone says, relieved. Jun-Woo goes cold, first, meaning there's more coming. Korea runs 96 operations teams and has more than 11,000 licensed hunters. Set against that, there are only 5 dungeon cleaning teams, 25 people total, each averaging 3.3 dungeons a day, 5 on the bad days. Today was a bad day. The team leader claps anyway, dinner's on him, since it's been that kind of shift. The crew argues over who pays, then splits the bill to save face. They wave Jun-Woo over, ask what he wants to eat. He says he's not coming. Someone offers a phone number anyway. In his head, there's no need to get close to these people. He starts to say something else, then catches himself and waves it off. The team walks off without him into the night. See you tomorrow, Jun-Woo, someone calls and he's alone under the streetlights. His mind turns dark. It wasn't team leader Park Jun-T who killed him in his old life. The man's not vicious enough for that. So who? He runs the list of people he wronged back then. Yang Kwan-ho, Han Jin-oh, Hing Dong-hwi. It just keeps growing. Alone in his room, Jun-Woo admits the man who killed him is basically a stranger now. If he wants real revenge, he has to burn off this karma and get back to his actual timeline, which means clawing his way to Secretary General of the International Supernatural Association. He pulls up his status window and finds a locked skill, an unlocked condition attached. Anything beats staying a cleaner. He reads the fine print and nearly loses it. Every single unlocked condition is tied to the cleaning team. He crushes the printout, ranting that the system wants him to live and breathe this job. He stalks around his own messy apartment and realizes he hasn't cleaned his room since his old life either. A skill pings unlocked mid-rant anyway. Great. Even his tantrum counts as training. A week into the grind, 25 dungeons cleaned, 6 bottles of solution burned through, 30 monsters broken down. The system finally names that skill from the mission where he got stuck in centipede blood. Adhesive foot, a mobility skill, high efficiency, but it only fires chained into an attack, so he can't drill it in training. Remember this. Not much, but not nothing. Chasing top salary and the #1 ranking through cleaning work alone is basically impossible. The math doesn't add up. But some unlocked conditions are vaguer, easier, like rising interest in the association. He imagines pitching the board himself, a former SSS-rank hunter with 50 years of cleaning intel. They'd never believe a mere cleaner. So the plan shifts. Reconnect with old contacts first, build trust before the truth. Jun-Woo's mind wanders on the ride over and he blows right past his stop. By the time he jogs up, the crew's already waiting outside the site, short 2 people. Park Jun-Tee's off buying more cleaning solution. HWI Jang bailed for personal reasons, and it's been 10 minutes. Nobody's thrilled about the wait. A teammate hands him coffee to kill time, and Jun-Woo can't help noting how much friendlier the guy's gotten since day one. Someone says, "Let's just head in." Jun-Woo stops them. The clearing isn't done yet, the portal's still open. This is only a blue-grade dungeon, nothing that should take this long. Somebody mutters, pathetic. 30 minutes crawl by before the portal finally flares and the hunters stumble out, dungeon dust and blood on all of them. For a blue-grade clear, this is embarrassing, and Jun-Woo doesn't hide his contempt, calling them a waste of a paycheck. Someone warns him they'll hear. Then a woman steps out and Jun-Woo freezes. The woman is Kim Min-ju and Jun-Woo recognizes her instantly, his direct subordinate back in his old team in the life before this one. He can't figure out why she's here now. She catches him staring and snaps, "Do you have a problem with me?" He mutters no, silently cursing his luck at running into her first. Someone warns that one's an exception. In his old timeline, Min-ju hated him for it. He told her the injury meant retirement, and she tore into him, too proud to hear it was for her own good. Whatever else she was, she could fight. Back in the present, a teammate catches him staring and asks if he knows her. Jun-Woo lies, says she just resembles someone. His face, they add, said otherwise. The team razzes him, guessing she's an ex, and Jun-Woo shuts that down loud enough to end it. Jun-Tee calls the joke off and gets everyone moving into the dungeon, a blue-grade building type this time, a whole structure warped into the instance. Someone asks if he's got advanced knowledge of this one too. Jun-Woo shrugs it off. Same lie he's been running for a week, and it still holds. Cleanup rules apply. Building-type dungeons hide their mess well, so the crew's told to check every corner, blood especially pools under stairwells. Jun-Woo heads for the boss room and finds the kill. Vega, a human-type monster shaped like a dead woman, corpse still. He goes quiet staring at it. A teammate asks what's wrong. He brushes it off, but something about this doesn't sit right with him. Vega isn't a real threat, easy to drop once you clock its speed. So why did Min-ju struggle? He remembers her. A decade back she was already B rank, blade instincts sharper than his own, someone who could have reached S rank without the injury. She never gets rattled by a blue-grade boss. A teammate snaps him out of it, asking if he's carrying the room alone. Jun-Woo says he was just thinking. Jun-Woo catches sight of the blade marks on Min-ju's arm and freezes. He has seen that exact wound pattern before. It is the injury that ended Kim Min-ju's career in his last life, and if the pattern holds, it might already be starting again, right in front of him. 5 days straight of overtime, maybe 2 hours of sleep a night, and the cleaning crew still cannot catch a break. Jun-Woo grumbles that hunters never think about the people waiting on them. Han Sang-hyun clocks how wrecked he looks. A hunter nearby brags about her stamina, and then finally, the gate opens. Another hour and a half burns off before the gate finally opens. Jun-Woo cannot believe his luck. crossing paths with Min-ju again in a city packed with dungeons and hunters. They pass each other without a word. Then some hunter shoves past and barks at him for standing in the way, calling him a mannerless brat. Jun-Woo wonders if he should just warn her, then talks himself out of it. Old resentment runs too hot for that. Next thing, he is standing over her hospital bed anyway, cold as ever, needling her for letting a sword arm's inflammation rot untreated until it needed surgery. The memory rewinds to his first life. As her team leader, he hands Min-ju the paperwork instead of comfort. The association's ruling is unanimous. She is done as a hunter. She stares in shock, insists the injury is nothing, that being a hunter is the one thing she has to do. He has already seen how this ends. The flashback cuts deeper. He remembers brushing off every complaint back then, telling her everyone is hurting, get back to work, denying her a real exam. Min-ju, in tears, screams it is his fault she ended up broken. And here is the ugly part. In the memory, he actually screams back that it is not his fault at all. He snaps that she wrecked her own shoulder, no one else to blame, and sneers that if she cannot swing a sword she can join the cleaning crew like a parasite. She asks if he ever saw her as a comrade. His answer says it all. People like her were just tools to use up. She says it outright. She has always hated him. Her last words land like a curse. Be born human in your next life, you son of a bitch. Back in the present, it guts him. She really was in pain and he just told her to stop complaining. Without that injury, she could have become someone great. Uneasy, the pattern is already repeating. He catches up to her with one line, strengthen your left hand's grip. Jun-Woo catches Min-ju by the collar and doesn't waste words. Swing with only your right hand, he says, and the pressure piles onto that shoulder until it overloads. Your left hand needs to brace and share the load. She just stares, thrown that a cleaner would know this. He shrugs, tells her to get examined by the support team and walks off. At the hospital, a doctor examines Min-ju's shoulder and calls it inflamed, warns it could turn serious if she ignores it, and prescribes anti-inflammatories. But the bigger fix, he says, is her stance. Her overall balance is off because her left hand's grip strength lags behind her right. Her eyes go wide. That's the exact same thing that strange cleaner told her. Night shift wraps and Han Sang-hyun razzes an exhausted Jun-Woo for keeping his ex-girlfriend waiting around. Park Jun-tae, the team leader, calls it a good day's work. Then Min-ju walks up, blade sheathed at her hip, and the whole crew freezes. Remember this. Nobody comes looking for a cleaning crew this late for nothing. Jun-tae sends the crew home, muttering that somebody must be in trouble tonight. Jun-Woo steps toward Min-ju to ask what she needs before he heads out. Her answer is a blade, drawn and leveled at his throat in a blink. How do you know, she demands. What exactly are you? Here's where it gets stupid, the good kind. Blade still at his neck, Min-ju presses harder. How does a dungeon cleaner know her shoulder's already been checked? And how does he recognize her exact sword stance, a technique kept locked away from outsiders? Jun-Woo curses himself for slipping. Then she drops the real bombshell. The monster's corpse was covered in blade wounds. Jun-Woo reads the wounds out loud. Deep cuts from her strong hand, weak shallow follow-throughs from her left, the exact imbalance wrecking her shoulder. The boss monster, Vega, hits fast but isn't a real threat if you counter it right. That she didn't means her body physically couldn't keep up with Vega's speed. He knows this cold, because in his first life he was the world's first hunter to clear everything. As I thought you. Min-ju locks eyes on him, certain now, and asks straight out if he's a freelancer hunter, one of the unlicensed A-rankers who quietly clear Seoul's worst dungeons without ever showing their faces. He deflects, insists he's no hunter. Fine, she snaps, then what are you? A cleaner, he says flat. That should have answered it. If he were a real hunter, Jun-Woo says, he'd want something in return. He's just a dungeon cleaner, no reason left to cross paths with her, and walks off after a quick thanks. Min-ju stands there confused, wondering why she thanked him back, his name stuck in her head. Later she asks for a short break, her shoulder still aching from the exam. In the executive offices, Lee Soo-young, the newly appointed captain of operations Team 1 who bought his seat through connections, grills Kim Min-ju about her plan for private sword lessons. She admits the teacher is a cleaner off the dungeon crew. Then it lands. That same cleaner flagged her injury for a medical exam. How does a cleaner know that? He scoffs. What can a mere cleaner teach an active hunter? Min-ju corrects him. Jun-Woo hasn't agreed to train her at all. He already turned her down once. She's going back to ask again and again until he breaks. Her captain waves her off, but the deadline is real. A large-scale clearing hits in a few weeks. Elsewhere, the captain of operations Team 2 gets pulled into the same mess, summoned on the spot. A few days pass. Cut to the dungeon cleaning crew trudging through their nightly rounds, grumbling under the gear and the grime that if the other teams ever heard about this arrangement, their whole team's reputation is finished. A system window flickers open for Jun-Woo, a skills restraint just lifted, and even he doesn't know why the leash came off. That night on cleanup, Han Sang-hyun spots the extra body kneeling in the dark, an active hunter working a cleaning crew, and the whole team panics about the association finding out. Jun-Woo admits flatly, he didn't want her here. Kim Min-ju drops to her knees. "Teach me sword fighting," she begs, calling him teacher. Jun-Woo just stares, wondering what's wrong with her. His price for even considering it, help with the cleaning first. So the woman who used to command a hunter squad ends up scrubbing muck by hand, while the crew gawks at how far she's fallen. So-yeon, one of the cleaning crew, watches the two of them in dead silence, Jun-Woo scrubbing beside Min-ju without a word passing between them. The stare-down stretches out, her eyes flicking from one face to the other, and something about the quiet doesn't sit right. This atmosphere, she thinks, is not normal. Jun-Woo can't believe she actually followed him out here. Min-ju scrubs at a dark patch and snaps, "Teacher, this stain won't come out," and he barks at her to drop the title. Then the real lesson. Human blood and monster blood can't be cleaned the same way. Wipe the body first, burn off the rest, and scrape monster residue loose with a blade before it corrodes. She hesitates and Jun-Woo snaps, "Don't want to do it." "No," she says, "cleaning is strangely profound." He deadpans that she isn't normal. The crew jokes that Jun-Woo's basically a full cleaner now, and inside Min-ju is screaming, an S-rank hunter, standing here proud of scrubbing floors. Then Park Jun-tae tells her straight for a first day, she's doing fine. Min-ju tells her teacher she's cleared her section and asks to move into the corpse-heavy zone with him. The leader hesitates, worried about exposure, but she pushes past it, calling it a rare shot to work alongside the control team. The rest of the crew watches them go, quietly betting on who actually wins this arrangement. Jun-Woo stands alone, chewing on why bringing Min-ju onto his crew is eating at him. Then Min-ju calls him out for looking exhausted. He brushes it off. She doesn't buy it, and he admits he hasn't slept right in days. Before she can push further, he flips it onto her, his first real conversation with a hunter. Min-ju opens up. Her father was a hunter too, a B rank, until an injury grounded him and his superiors eased him out the door. Jun-Woo can't believe colleagues would do that. Min-ju's answer is flat. The association doesn't run on loyalty, it runs on rank. Once her father stopped being useful, he became disposable. She adds that her own cleaning crew doesn't run on that same rod, at least so far. Cut to two teammates gossiping, teasing one of the crew for catching feelings for teacher. She blushes it off, then backs it with facts. Jun-Woo reads Dungeons and Monsters better than the official reports ever do. Min-ju's real assessment. Jun-Woo can glance at a few marks on a corpse and reconstruct exactly how the fight went, sharper than anything the control team's own data gives them. That precision is why she's chasing him, not romance, just leverage in a system that only respects strength. Then a teammate lands a joke, "Wait, are you his ex-girlfriend?" and Min-ju just stares. The crew rolls in and suits up. Team leader Park Jun-tae lays out the job. The boss waiting inside is a poison-type demon, so no direct contact, full stop. So Yeon says her mask feels off, hard to breathe in, but waves it away as nothing that'll slow her down, grumbling that the association never actually funds better gear. Remember that mask. They drop through the gate and get their first look at the boss, Meeksamun slime, which looks like a joke, just an ordinary slime. It isn't. Breathe its poison too long and there's a 5-minute window before it's game over. No cure, no do-over. Jun-T runs the check-in. Jun-Woo, Sang-Hyun, Min-Ju all sound off fine. Then he asks So-Yeon. Nothing. He says her name again, reaches out, shakes her shoulder, and she's already gone, crumpled in the green haze that mask was never built to filter. The crew's scream cracks the air, So-Yeon. The countdown Jun-T just laid out a page ago isn't hypothetical anymore. The check-in circles the team one by one, and when team leader Park Jun-T reaches So-Yeon, nothing comes back. It's too late. The corridor erupts, hunters sprinting, screaming her name until they find her collapsed, mask fogged, hazmat seal torn wide open by the slime's gas. Someone begs to carry her out together. Kim Jun-Woo's answer lands cold. I'm sorry, but it's too late. So is she already gone? The math is brutal. Support can't reach the golden 5-minute window, no antidote in time, and Meeksamun Slime's poison only builds from here. While Park Jun-T screams at him to move, Jun-Woo turns and tells Kim Min-Ju, his trainee, to draw her sword. She flinches. Surely he doesn't mean So-Yeon. He doesn't blink. There's no time, he says. Draw it now. It's simple, he tells her, one clean cut. Min-Ju panics, insists she won't cut down So-Yeon, begs for another way. Not So-Yeon, Kim Jun-Woo says. Me. Her face breaks in confusion. He won't explain, just orders her to do it quietly now. She doesn't understand his plan but trusts him enough to draw her blade, and something answers the call, a blue light rising around her steel. Min-Ju's blade ignites with her newly awakened skill, unsheathing dance. Jun-T screams for her to stop. That's not the skill he meant, but Jun-Woo cuts him off. Just listen. The system flags an attack on him instantly, the team snapping into a defensive stance around the blood. He howls in pain, then straightens up and does the last thing anyone expects. I'll take So-Yeon to the support team myself. Getting to the support team on foot would take 30 minutes, even by taxi. Jun-Woo doesn't have 30 minutes. He takes off with So-Yeon in his arms, his wound fueling a burst skill, fastening skill, ripple dash, blue afterimages tearing down the street. 3 minutes left, he mutters, sprinting harder than his body should allow. Then he's there. The receiving staff member breaks down, thanking him through tears. Another second and it would have killed her, the staff say, wheeling So-Yeon off safe. Grateful, relieved, one teammate nearly bows. Jun-Woo gives his name, gets told to stop by billing for his own stitches on the way out, which somehow lands as the funniest thing all day. Min-Ju rounds on him anyway. Furious, he scared her half to death without a word of explanation. He just says sorry. One teammate vents. Hunters swap gear every time they blink. Cleaners run the same busted equipment for years, and it just puts So-Yeon in a hospital bed. Jun-Woo waves it off okay, and the team tells him to rest, log it as an industrial accident, let it go. He walks off alone, boots echoing down the hall. Then his read surfaces. This worked out better than I thought. While the team frets over him, Kim Jun-Woo is already 3 steps ahead. This accident is leverage. Prove neglect and the association has to fund real gear to save face. Unlock one more skill from it and he's got 2 now, edging closer to leaving the cleaning team for good. Min-Ju worries she upset him, but teammate Han Sang-Hyun sets her straight. He got hurt covering for someone he cares about. So-Yeon, still shaken from the poison, can't stop thinking about the man who saved her. Word spreads that it wasn't just the support team. Kim Jun-Woo cut his own arm to trigger the skill that got her out alive. So-Yeon, I didn't even get to say thanks. Then someone turns to Min-Ju. So what do you actually think of Jun-Woo, hunter to hunter? Min-Ju doesn't hold back. Jun-Woo, she says, is wasted scrubbing dungeons. His read on monster tactics beats most working hunters cold. The room wonders if he could transfer to operations. Min-Ju's answer lands different. He's already ahead of most hunters in skill and experience. The problem isn't his talent. It's that he's choosing to stay exactly where he is. One teammate puts it plainly, even a B-rank hunter doesn't carry his instincts in a real fight, so why is he still cleaning? Someone guesses he just likes this team enough to stay. The word barely lands before a phone starts ringing over it. Someone else stiffens. What if he's not just clearing dungeons right now? What if he's gone to fight for the department's budget? The same thought keeps nagging Jun-Woo. If Min-ju rates him that high, she'd never guess where he actually went. Min-ju freezes, horrified. Then the scene cuts hard. Jun-Woo stands in an office and the man behind the desk, CO Min-cheol, the association's sole director, demands to know who he is. Jun-Woo answers flat, "I'm a cleaner." CO Min-cheol, the most powerful man in the Seoul branch, cuts straight to it. "You're asking to raise the cleaning team's budget." "Yeah," Jun-Woo says. CO built his position through connections and his pull inside the association runs deep. He assumes he's looking at a hunter. He's not. "I'm a cleaner," Jun-Woo says again. CO can't believe it. A regular cleaner, not even team captain, walked in demanding more funding. "That's correct," Jun-Woo says. CO laughs him off, asks what cleaning could possibly need money for. The expenses barely register. "That's exactly the point," Jun-Woo answers. Then he lays it out. "There's been an accident, faulty gear, a teammate exposed to monster poison." CO says no report reached him. "That's because it just happened." CO tries sympathy. "Headquarters has no money either." "So there's no money," Jun-Woo repeats. CO sneers, calls him new here. Wrong move. Jun-Woo rattles off the real numbers. This year's regulation budget pulled in billions, 70% funneled straight to operations for showcase raids. CO's stunned. "How does a cleaner know that?" "Because it's not going where it's needed," Jun-Woo says. "Share some." CO demands to know what he really is. CO tries one more angle, hinting 2 months in, cleaning's bad reputation speaks for itself. Jun-Woo doesn't flinch, notes how bad it'd look if citizens learned an accident happened from lack of budget. CO goes red. "Are you threatening me?" CO caves, asks how much. "Any amount works," Jun-Woo thinks. The skill needs the number to rise. He turns to leave. "Wait," CO says. "Do you know Hunter Kim Min-ju?" CO Min-cheol doesn't blink. He asks if Jun-Woo knows Hunter Kim Min-ju, and the question lands less like curiosity and more like a threat. Jun-Woo just says okay and walks. The second he's gone, CO rounds on his aide, furious that a nobody cleaner knew the association's real books well enough to strong-arm him. He wants someone taught a lesson. The next day, retaliation lands dressed as paperwork. Park Jun-tae, the cleaning team's captain, freezes staring at a notice of disciplinary action against the whole team. Instead of compensation for the poison accident, they're being blamed for it, cited for safety violations that were never their fault. So Yeon and Han Sang-hyun stand stunned. Nobody asked for money. They just didn't want to be punished for surviving. Jun-Woo reads the notice and swears under his breath. It's written like he's the criminal. So Yeon tells him not to worry, she's fine, it's only a warning. He barely hears her. His mind is stuck on the real danger. His unlocked skills almost got seen. Min-ju ribs him anyway, calling him a madman for taking a hit for the team, half joking, half in awe. None of it adds up. He never asked for money or credit, so why come down this hard? So Yeon flinches, wonders if it's about her. He asks why it would be. She admits she talked to another captain on break, one who seemed annoyed, wanting to teach someone a lesson. His name is Lee Soo-young, control team captain, one of CO Min-cheol's own people, handed the job on connections. It clicks and Jun-Woo mutters no wonder, followed by a flat curse. He tells his captain he's taking leave today, no warning, no explanation. Across the city, a couple debate lunch on a Seoul street when the sky rips open, lightning cracking down. A dungeon breach live mid-street. Bystanders panic, screaming to report it to the association. Somewhere in the chaos, a familiar voice mutters it's been a while. Jun-Woo strolls toward the breach like it's nothing, hands in his pockets, purple lightning crawling up the street behind him. One question hangs in the air. Does he actually let a little of his real strength show this time? A monster roars out of the breach, all teeth. Jun-Woo doesn't flinch. The system pings, skill activation. His eyes flare and text flashes across his vision, hyper boost. He explodes forward, twin blades carving through the creature before it finishes its own roar. This is a dungeon intercept, and it's already over before the crowd behind him understands what they just saw. Clearing blind and fast like this is illegal freelance work, since without intel the hostility rate spikes hard. Jun-Woo doesn't care. 10 minutes on the clock, he decides to finish it in 10. Rusty or not, one real move from him is overkill for this world's monsters. Remember this, he's already up to the 4th boss because he's cleared this exact dungeon before. Lightning crackles down Jun-Woo's blade as he closes the gap. One slash, then another, cutting the monster's counter dead before it lands. A status window flickers past too fast to read. Then the payoff hits, one counter, and a shockwave of dark energy erases whatever was left standing. Metallic Boar Dungeon, Junior Succubus Dungeon, Soul Devil Dungeon, Dimension Ant Dungeon, 4 cleared in one day solo off the books. A normal team clears 3 or 4 dungeons a week. Jun-Woo just did that before lunch, though lower tier means smaller profit. Association vehicles roll in chasing a phantom. Freelance clearing like this is illegal, and getting caught costs everything. Time to disappear before real hunters show up. 2 days off the job, and Jun-Woo walks back in wearing the same stunned face he just watched on Strangers. Then Lee Soo-young, the control team captain, strolls onto the cleaning site uninvited. The team freezes. Did he catch on? Soo-young waves it off, something about team camaraderie. Nobody buys it. He tells them to just work like normal, which is exactly the problem. Jun-Woo's read is blunt. A captain showing up in person means Soo-young suspects him personally. Work starts anyway. Team leader Park Jun-tae offers him a mask and mop, but Soo-young waves them off. Content to just watch. Inside, it's a mess of hardened monster flesh and toxic residue climbing past 150 micrograms. Every cleaner suddenly looks unusually busy, which is exactly the point. Soo-young turns to Kim Min-ju and asks straight out, didn't an intercept happen the last 2 days? Jun-Woo goes cold. Min-ju still half believes he's secretly a hunter, and if that theory lines up with his mystery leave, the whole team connects the dots. Soo-young isn't guessing anymore. He's fishing, and he just baited the hook with a reward for whoever bites. The reward, Soo-young explains, is a transfer off the cleaning team, the one prize every cleaner actually wants. All he needs is a name, maybe someone who vanished for exactly 2 days. Jun-Woo's stomach drops. He wrote Soo-young off as a nepotism hire, but this play is sharp. Every cleaner in the room is now a potential informant. Min-ju looks over at him, worried. Min-ju checks on him, are you okay? You got hurt yesterday dismantling. Jun-Woo covers, blames a monster that came in wrong. The team ribs him for getting sloppy after one compliment, keeping the mood light on the surface. But underneath it, someone finally says what everyone's thinking. Is Soo-young actually trying to poach people out of the cleaning team? Meanwhile, Seo Min-cheol takes the call. Soo-young reports it straight, the cleaner is the leak, discipline him. Seo goes quiet, then says something nobody expects, raise the cleaning team's budget instead. Soo-young explodes, are you turning a blind eye? Seo cuts him off. We messed with the wrong person. That cleaner, Kim Jun-Woo, is unusual. His real deal is, and the line goes dead. What did you say? A flash from Jun-Woo's past. A boy warns his mother a man is bleeding badly, then someone hushes him before the scary man can hear. Jun-Woo's voice follows. He ran the intercept himself. If the association won't fund the team, he will. Across town, Seo Min-cheol tells Soo-young to raise their budget. Soo-young balks until he hears why. 20 million won just landed anonymously in the cleaning team's account. Soo-young isn't relieved, he's more suspicious. Anyone strong enough to solo an intercept wouldn't stick around scrubbing dungeons. They'd be climbing the ranks instead. So the timing only proves someone dangerous is hiding on the cleaning team. And Seo pushing this hard for a budget bump. Already dialed into association business he shouldn't know. That's the detail that convinces him something's off. Soo-young spirals to the wrong answer. The culprit must be a plant, backed by the association president, the one man who'd love to see Seo's team humiliated. Seo panics right along with him, cursing himself for not seeing it sooner, and orders everyone to tread carefully since they're clearly being watched. He already knows exactly who the culprit is. He's just not telling. The intercept case looks buried, and Min-ju figures the payout will finally show up in their budget. It shows up fast and bigger than expected. Crates nobody ordered turn out to be full hazmat suits, gas masks, gloves, industrial chemicals, all courtesy of headquarters, according to the letter tucked inside. Someone does the math out loud. That's a lot of gear for 20 million won. Then the real number lands, 200 million won. 10 times what Jun-Woo actually funneled in, and he's as stunned as everyone else. The official notice blames the accident on years of neglected equipment, apologizes directly to So-yeon, and tacks on 100 million won in compensation. So-yeon breaks down, insisting Jun-Woo must be behind it. He isn't, but nobody in the group looks convinced. Park Jun-tae, the team leader, waves off the mystery. They don't need to know who did what, just take the win. The crew cheers until someone notes none of this passed through their office first. Wait, do they even have one? Turns out yes, barely used. Min-ju volunteers to haul the supplies over herself, alongside Jun-Woo, and sends the rest of the team home. Alone with Min-ju, Jun-Woo gets a system ping, another skill just unlocked. He thinks to himself there isn't much time left before he says goodbye to the cleaning team. Then Min-ju asks it straight. Was he the one who intercepted those dungeons? He deflects. Would he really turn her in for points? She isn't done. She already knows the payout that saved the team came from him. Min-ju lays it out. Talent this strong doesn't stay hidden forever. He dodged notice this time, but next time the association will see straight through him. And once they do, he's off the cleaning team whether he likes it or not. Jun-Woo just grins. He's already thinking about the transfer bonus waiting on the other side, the one that finally gets him out of cleaning duty. He's this close. But Kim Min-ju corners Kim Jun-Woo with an offer. Let her grind up to A rank herself, and his hidden strength never has to surface. He just stares her down. Just who does she think she's kidding? That standoff barely settles before a new problem lands. The intercept case wraps clean, and right on its heels, another incident blows up. The cleaning crew walks into a dungeon someone trashed on purpose, slurs scrawled in monster blood, corpses dumped everywhere. The team wants payback immediately. Jun-Woo waves it off, just move on. Privately, he'd rather not pick a fight with the operations team right now, not while he's this close to new skills. He tells himself it stops in a few days. It does not. 3 days pass. It hasn't stopped. Min-ju wants to march on the operations team herself, but Jun-Woo's already tried, their captain conveniently out on a business trip every time, the rest brushing him off with what would a cleaner even know. He tells her to leave it, don't contact anyone. He's handling this alone. His fist closes hard enough to draw blood. Jun-Woo slips out mid-shift, done pretending this is fine. A status window flickers blue in front of him and his grin turns cold. These hunter brats really pissed him off. He crosses the city to the hunters' boarding quarters. A guard steps up, polite, "How can I help you?" Jun-Woo doesn't answer. He just shoves straight past him. "Move." A hunter reels back, shouting, "Who does this bastard think he is, hitting a hunter?" Jun-Woo doesn't flinch. "Stop right there," he snaps back, ice cold. He's done letting this slide. Today this ends all the way to the bottom of it. Weapons come up around Jun-Woo as he barrels in. Then the story rewinds 3 days, to the hunters who wrecked that dungeon in the first place, wrinkling their noses at the smell, sneering that the cleaning crew is stepping on their budget, that they should stay quiet instead of complaining. One even says he'd rather flip burgers than clean. Min-ju walks straight into it. "Which team are you from?" she asks flatly. The hunters laugh her off for talking casual, tell her to get lost. She asks again, colder. One of them finally clocks who she is and panics. "That's our team's senior, Kim Min-ju." The mockery flips instantly into groveling apologies. "Sorry doesn't cut it," Min-ju says. her eyes flaring an eerie purple, apologize for existing as a lesser human. She checks on So-yeon and Sang-hyun, brushing the whole thing off as just entitled newbies drunk on E-rank power. Next morning, a fresh face greets her properly. "Welcome, MS. Hunter, shall we start the day's work?" Kim Min-ju stands in front of the cleaning crew and gives her goodbyes, thanking Park Jun-tae for putting up with a total rookie all week. Everyone's gutted to see her go, except Jun-Woo. He watches her walk off, then tells us flat out why the send-off happened at all. He's the one who told her not to come back. Here's the part Min-ju never gets to hear. Telling her to stay away wasn't Jun-Woo cutting her loose, it was him folding on her deal. He's already built her a clearing schedule pulled straight from knowledge his past life paid for in blood, one that pushes her to A rank in 6 months. His real plan: turn her into the association's best hunter and his best leverage. Remember this. Min-ju thanks him for real, genuinely moved, and Jun-Woo fumbles an awkward offer to help if she ever needs it. Just like that, she's off the cleaning crew. A day later, across town, 2 hunters grumble about the bald cleaning boss filing complaints on them, sneering that nobody can touch them, right before something crashes through the door screaming. That something is Jun-Woo. One hunter demands to know who the hell just broke in and gets an answer with his fists instead of words. The second one snarls that a cleaner doesn't know his place and pops a necromancer skill, a screaming purple skull tearing the air apart. Jun-Woo cuts straight through it. Wrong guy to swing a hunter skill at. The hunter howls that Jun-Woo's caught now and won't get to mess with them again, then charges with another burst of dark energy. Jun-Woo blows through it and gets in his face. "You used a hunter skill on a civilian outside a dungeon. That's a crime." The hunter scoffs that he's a nobody E-rank. 1 hit later he's whimpering an apology. Someone new walks in on this mess, stunned. Jun-Woo lays down the terms cold, touch the cleaning crew's dungeons again, and this goes straight to reporters and the internet. He asks if they really think the association covers for hunters over a mere E-rank, then gives them a choice: kneel and apologize or drop the badge and settle it in a dungeon. His aura spikes, dark and heavy, right as someone walks in on the wreckage. Jun-Woo's stomach drops. Control Captain Lee Soo-young's back from his business trip, and this could blow up fast. Soo-young shows up anyway, unnervingly polite, grilling the beaten hunters over their cleaning budget before landing the real question: did they trash a dungeon and paint slurs on the walls? One hunter screams it's a lie, that the cleaner attacked for no reason and gets flattened again for it. Soo-young bows and apologizes on the hunter's behalf, and Jun-Woo just stares, thrown. Soo-young takes his leave, courteous the whole way out, and Jun-Woo notes it had helped to stay on this man's radar going forward. Case closed, except one thread still loose. Elsewhere, Min-ju and a teammate turn over the same question: why did Soo-young's attitude flip so hard, so fast? Neither has a clue what actually happened. Kim Min-ju, fresh off the cleaning crew, drops the line cold. They got fired, those 2 operations hunters. Kim Jun-Woo, the cleaner secretly clearing dungeons solo, goes slack-jawed, blindsided, because one offhand threat from him just cost 2 hunters their jobs. This is what happens when the guy nobody respects turns out to be the most dangerous person in the building. So who's actually pulling strings here? Jun-Woo can't process it. Did his one throwaway comment really get 2 hunters fired? Branch Director Seo Min-cheol watches from his office, that same unreadable smile on his face, muttering about what this cleaner's deal actually is. Outside, the operations hunters line up and bow deep to the crew, thanking them like they mean it. Something bigger is moving underneath this. At every clearing now, the operations hunters wait for the crew, bow like they owe them, then vanish. This time they've done more, dragged every monster corpse into one pile and finished clearing the boss room themselves. Team leader Park Jun-tae admits 10 years on this job, and he's never seen anything like it. One cleaner jokes they'll swallow the operations team whole, then credits it all to Jun-Woo. Min-ju walks it back. She knows Jun-Woo earned this but admits she's uneasy. If the operations team is lying low around him now, some of them might be watching him instead of avoiding him. Jun-Woo bristles, that quiet edge creeping into his face, insisting it'll be fine for now. So Yeon shrugs it off. He didn't do anything wrong after all. Meanwhile, two operations hunters corner Jun-Woo with a theory. Budget goes up right after he stands up to the director. Hunters get fired over one sentence, and now the whole operations team tiptoes around the cleaning crew. So what's the real story? Is he backed by someone even command won't touch? Jun-Woo just stares back. What? Jun-Woo waves it off. Nonsense. Let's get back to work, and can't help a short laugh at the idea of him being backed by a big shot. He's just a cleaner. Elsewhere, a phone rings on a captain's desk. The caller needles Lee Soo-young for tiptoeing around the cleaning team with a low blow. The organization's doing just great now, isn't it? The caller is Im Dong-bin, captain of operations Team 2 and Soo-young Sr., a man who loves being right. He barks at Soo-young to stay quiet if he doesn't understand who he's up against. Soo-young already knows. The rumor says this cleaner is tied to the association president himself. Dong-bin sneers that climbing by connections makes you soft. Soo-young finally snaps, telling him to leave if he wants a fight. I'll take care of it, Dong-bin says, flipping something small between his fingers. He's decided to play the senior card, expose that cleaner riding on connections he doesn't actually have. Nothing flashy, he grins, just following the rules since even the association president's name can't erase a real mistake. Director Seo Min-cheol's head snaps up. Did the cleaning team do something wrong? Someone will make sure they do. That madman. Im Dong-bin corners Lee Soo-young, operations team 1 captain, and warns him he can't tiptoe around the cleaning crew forever. Soo-young glares, then caves and asks the price. Dong-bin slides over a stuffed envelope, grinning, I knew you'd be fast. Then he names his real target. Team 1 massive multi-zone clearing next week near Yeongjunpo. A multi-zone dungeon is a beast of its own. Clear a boss and the next zone unlocks, but you're trapped inside until every boss in every zone falls. It takes a month to prep and a month to run. Soo-young shuts down his own team's objections, leave that to us, and hands the whole operation to Team 2, revealing Director Seo Min-cheol already told the two captains to sort it out themselves. Dong-bin can't move on the cleaning crew directly, so he needs someone hungry enough to do it for him. Soo-young takes the deal, one condition, keep him out of the crossfire. Dong-bin laughs that off, then asks for one more piece. Kim Min-ju, the trainee on the rise. Soo-young freezes. How does this man already know her name? Meanwhile, Kim Jun-Woo rides the bus home scrolling his hunter status screen. Since his return, things move smoother. Skills unlock easier than they did in the lost stretch right after he came back. The system flags a dead end. No one has applied to the cleaning crew in months. A wage raise stays out of reach. But a new option lights up. A joint project with other departments, something unthinkable a few months ago. The wage quest stays locked, but a fresh one unlocks. Build public interest in the cleaning crew. Jun-Woo figures he can actually pull that off now. Then his phone rings. Kim Min-ju, breathless, calls him teacher and blurts that she's just been named leader of the squad clearing a massive multi-zone dungeon. Jun-Woo catches the weight of it immediately. Min-ju cuts herself off. That's not even the real news. The brass wants the cleaning crew pulled into the operation too. Across the city, Team 1 hunters seethe. Their budget gone, their turf gone, and now their jobs next. Blaming it all on the cleaning crew's mystery backer, while one hisses at another to shut up before the captain hears. Their captain waves off a teammate's concern, says he's fine, while privately fuming that mere B and C ranks dare talk to him like that. Min-ju turns to a teammate, confused. This clearing was Team 1 project, prepped for 2 months, so why did Soo-young just hand it to Team 2? Neither has an answer. Then the doors open. Operations Team 2 captain walks in. Hello everyone. Im Dong-bin throws his arm up with a shark's grin, announcing he's personally taking charge of the Yeongjunpo project. In the back row, still in his cleaning apron, Jun-Woo's blood runs cold recognizing the face. Soo-young Sr., the operator who just bought his way into the one operation the cleaning crew can't dodge. Kim Jun-Woo's stomach drops. That's Im Dong-bin, the captain who used to steal credit off rookie hunters back when Jun-Woo was starting out. Kim Min-ju notices him tense up and asks what's wrong. He brushes her off. Up front, Dong-bin announces a 24-hour, multi-zone clearing and tells anyone who wants out to say so now, then opens the Yongyunpo briefing. 3 squads will run the clearing, but a non-stop 24-hour job means monster corpses pile up and rot, venting poison gas across the site, exactly where the cleaning team steps in. Im Dong-bin dangles a fat bonus for the scale of it, and Park Jun-tae accepts on the spot. The crew sees no downside. For Kim Jun-Woo, the system pings too, a new skill quest just unlocked. Miss this, Jun-Woo thinks, and the cleaning team may never get another joint operation. Then, flat and sudden, my apologies, but I refuse. Im Dong-bin freezes. Kim Jun-Woo doesn't blink. Padding this fraud's performance record, he says, isn't worth doing even to save his own life. The crew stares, stunned. The one guy who should be thrilled just torched the opportunity. Park Jun-tae shrugs it off. Jun-Woo's probably just worried about the crew. Kim Min-ju agrees quietly. The briefing was short, but a 24-hour non-stop clearing means monsters without end, and nobody reads the danger better than Jun-Woo. The rest of the team just feels played, until Jun-tae bursts out laughing. He's caught the real angle and pulls the whole cleaning crew out. Hunters press Kim Min-ju on stepping down as leader. She's not backing out over the cleaning team, she says. She just isn't ready yet, and her teacher warned her to stay clear of that man. Meanwhile, Im Dong-bin fumes as the refusal lands. His own colleagues needle him for burning cash and losing his leverage, hinting he's picked a fight with someone untouchable. Fuck off, Dong-bin snarls, before another operations hunter twists the knife. Can Team 2 even finish this now that Kim Min-ju backed out too? Dong-bin admits he's already sunk 200 million won into it, and slams his fist down cursing. Out of moves, he decides to invoke the branch director's authority and draft a mandatory participation roster, an order that can force the crew back in, with discipline or forced resignation for anyone who refuses. A few days later, word comes down. Im Dong-bin used his mandatory roster, and the cleaning team gets forced back into the clearing. At the site, they freeze at the size of the crowd. An operation this big draws media. Someone jokes they'd have shaved if they'd known cameras were coming. Then it's on Kim Min-ju, visibly nervous as a first-time leader, getting ribbed to straighten up before she unnerves the watching citizens. Min-ju insists she's fine, tougher once real fighting starts. Jun-Woo lets it go but warns her, once they are inside, ignore the team and focus on the clearing and keep her transceiver on just in case. She asks if that means he'll help if things go wrong. He goes quiet, then caves, fine. She lights up. Cut to Park Jun-tae running inspection, confirming the peroxide, acid, saline compressors, and gas canisters are all stocked and ready. Dong-bin fires up the crowd with a hollow pep talk, promising it'll be easy. While off to the side, 2 hunters spot the cleaning crew and wonder why they're even here. Then he corners Kim Min-ju in front of everyone, cheerfully leaving the clearing in her care, which makes bystanders wonder if the actual captain plans to butt in anyway. Jun-Woo walks beside Kim Min-ju and lays out quietly why Dong-bin is the wrong kind of dangerous. 0 field experience, a desk job's worth of rank, and a career spent leeching credit off other hunters' raids. Dong-bin swoops in anyway, all fake concern, offering his help if her team struggles and warning her not to let the cleanup lag. She swallows it. Dong-bin seethes privately, promising himself he'll watch how long that attitude lasts, then waves Min-ju forward. She steps up nervous and runs the real operation plan. 3 teams, A, B, and C, clearing one zone before rotating to the next, cleaning crew trailing behind as backup. No special treatment, unless it's actually life or death. Then the nerves show. Min-ju flubs the line, telling the crowd to ask the cleaning team for help instead of the reverse, and the whole group just stares in confused silence. She laughs it off as nerves, finishes the rundown, and calls it. With the gate glowing green, the operation is a go. The gate blazes to life, lightning crackling around a monstrous shape looming over the whole operation, while the hunters walk in beneath it, dwarfed and silent. One voice cuts through the tension with a grin. "Let's go clean up some dungeons." Inside, the ground is littered with monster corpses, cleaners dismantling bodies before they rot. Min-ju admits she was scared walking in, but it's calmer than expected. A teammate explains why. As cleaners, they're walled off from the real fighting. They won't even see the operations team until it's over. One rookie gripes there's no point if they never see the action. An older cleaner shuts him down. Stick to the job. Here's the job spelled out. With the clearing still active, they can't just burn the piling corpses like usual, so they dismantle each one, treat it chemically, and vacuum seal it before the rot gases the whole site. It's slow, loud work, and the rookies are already restless, one already asking when they eat, barely an hour in. Someone breaks out chocolate bars for a snack break and offers one to Jun-Woo, who goes quiet. Then asks for the strawberry-flavored one, catching his teammates completely off guard. Back to work after, and for their first job on a project this big, everything is clicking, the same grind they've always run, just under bigger stakes. 8 hours into the operation and the gap starts to show. The hunters carve through monsters like it's nothing. The cleaning crew grinds hour after hour until fatigue turns everything sloppy. By hour 15, Han Sang-hyun slices his hand open mid-shift. Sealed bags start bursting. Jun-Woo's running on fumes right alongside everyone else. 18 hours in now, and the two teams aren't close to even anymore. Word comes over the radio. The cleaning crew is still stuck in Zone 5 while the hunters have already blown through to Zone 10, 5 zones behind, and the dungeon's gas level keeps climbing. They ask for 1 hour to recover, then beg for Min-ju to pause the clearing entirely. Im Dongbin's answer lands like a slap. Not possible. We're already behind schedule. So we're just supposed to keep going. The cleaning crew pushes back and gets nothing. Not our problem, figure it out yourselves. Silence. Then Jun-Woo, calm as ever, floats the obvious fix. Send over the hunters who are resting, help us catch up. The answer comes cold. We can't. Why would a hunter clean? That's the line that finally snaps Park Jun-tae. Get your captain on the line. Now. Cut to Dongbin striding in personally to rub it in. Thought you said you'd handle this on your own. Can't you see the gas levels rising? He piles it on. You should be catching up, not wasting time out here. This is neglect of duty. Then he cuts to the real target. Where's Kim Min-ju? You're not planning to pin this on someone else, are you? The cleaning leader holds the line. We already said it, the clearing can't stop. We've been at this 18 hours straight, we're not machines, we've blown past our limit. Dongbin doesn't care. So your team can't continue, is that it? With his own crew, the mask slips. What a disaster, the project's ruined over a cleaning team, the bonus about to vanish. He turns back smiling. Neglect of duty. Insubordination. Abandonment of post. Dongbin threatens to hold the whole cleaning team accountable and gets laughed at instead. Jun-Woo, unbothered, lays it out cold. The mandatory roster, this whole trip out here, none of it was about the gas leak. It was rigged from the start, built to manufacture an excuse for discipline. His stare goes ice cold. You've always been an amazing bastard who loves this kind of move, haven't you? Jun-Woo keeps going. This whole disciplinary push was built to break the cleaning team's spirit, and that's not how a captain should act. Dongbin loses it, snarling that not even the association president could cover for someone like him. Jun-Woo just smiles. Fine. Then the cleaning team is abandoning the operation. Good luck clearing with the gas still rising and no one left to clean up the mess. Rattled, Im Dongbin grabs the radio and calls Kim Min-ju. Across the dungeon, Min-ju's team is mid-fight against a roaring fire beast when the radio cuts in. We're a bit busy right now. Someone clocks the sudden respect in Dongbin's voice, a tell that something's wrong. He drops it anyway. The cleaning team's abandoning the operation. Everyone suffocates before this is done, so hand over command, hand over the leader position. Min-ju barely gets out a word. What do you mean? Im Dongbin gets right in Jun-Woo's face, screaming for the cleaner to hand him back command, spitting rookie insults. Kim Jun-Woo just watches, unbothered. Same bully, same tantrum as always. Then the radio crackles. It's Kim Min-ju calling him teacher, asking if the cleaning team is really done for good. Jun-Woo levels with her. Does she want everyone here to just die? Dongbin keeps screaming into the radio, demanding Min-ju hand over full command right now, framing her hesitation as a death wish for the whole squad. Min-ju, blood on her face mid-fight, snaps back. She made him leader once and now he thinks he's something. Then, oddly calm, she says fine, she'll hand it over. Dongbin grins like he already won. Min-ju's transfer order goes out to every unit. Effective now, command passes not to Dongbin but to the cleaner Kim Jun-Woo. The ops team stares, stunned, speechless. Jun-Woo steps forward, calm, almost amused. It's been a while, he says, then states it plain. From this moment, he's running the operation. And he's about to show them exactly what he used to be. Dongbin loses it laughing. A cleaner giving orders on a dungeon clearing. Another captain steps up to shut this down, insisting the chain of command still runs through him. Jun-Woo doesn't blink. He calls out the captain for weaponizing hierarchy only when it suits him. Rattled, Dongbin blurts the real question. How does this cleaner know any of this? Were you a hunter? Jun-Woo shrugs off the hunter question. Does it even matter? Dongbin explodes. Of course it matters. A cleaner can't lead people whose lives are on the line. Jun-Woo turns it back on him. So the job should go to a real veteran, someone like Dongbin. Dongbin jumps at it, promising the cleaning team goes unpunished if command comes back to him. Looking at this guy just brings back bad memories, Jun-Woo says. Jun-Woo cuts him off cold. You're done here, officially dismissed in action, the harshest penalty on the books, the one that strips a hunter of every credit and incentive from the clearing. No benefits, no glory. Dongbin howls in protest, mocking him as a first-timer to discipline. Jun-Woo just keys the radio and puts it on record for every team. Captain Im Dongbin is out, effective now. Jun-Woo addresses the whole operation. Hang in there a little longer, command is his now, Min-ju confirmed it herself. First order, teams B and C done resting, go help the cleaning crew. The hunters balk, insulted. They didn't sign up to be hunters, just to clean. Jun-Woo doesn't argue, he just dismisses both teams on the spot for insubordination. The radio goes dead silent, then panic. Team A, somebody answer. Min-ju answers, still mid-battle. Jun-Woo warns her straight, the roster just got smaller, she'll need to carry more. She's clearing Zone 11, tangled with a fire monster that just flagged itself immune to attacks. Jun-Woo reads it instantly. One hit locks out damage for 10 minutes, so park a guardian tank in front, stack the heals on them, and unload with the vanguard the second that immunity lifts. Min-ju grips left-handed, exactly like Jun-Woo drilled her. Good, give it a go, he says over comms, and the ops squad scrambles into position as a hulking red-eyed beast comes howling in. A support hunter slams a buff into her, gold light wrapping her blade. She grins. Bring it on. Then the beast connects first and she grunts under the impact. Circle counter activates. Min-ju's eyes flare electric blue and she turns the beast's own momentum against it, a lightning slash ripping clean through its charge. The monster reels back howling, staggered instead of feeding. She stands there stunned it actually worked, breath ragged, and all she can get out is, "Teacher." Zone 11 clear. The ops captains can only stare, demanding to know how a cleaner just did that. Jun-Woo doesn't bother explaining. 50 minutes, he says, and we clear everything. Then he's already moving to the next problem. Zone 12 runs ghost-type monsters, so swordsmen hold back, physical hits are dead weight, and every magician needs to burn their strongest skill, not their safe one. The illusion zone needs purification, so Jun-Woo sets the healers to work and tells Min-ju to stop overthinking it, just close in and hit and run. The ops hunters can't process it, wondering if this guy is really just a cleaner. Then the last zone breaks the plan. Stamina's crashing, skills coming out weaker, someone screams it's impossible. Jun-Woo looks unimpressed, tells them to hold on and walks in himself. Jun-Woo steps up personally, blade lit blue and slams into the enemy head-on. The dust clears on something worse than expected. A hulking armored monster, purple eye burning, wrapped in jagged crystal. This isn't ordinary. It's got endurance that outclasses everything they've fought tonight, and speed that has no business on a body that size. He barely reads the first strike before it's on him, catching a hit that draws a pained grunt. But he answers with one clean blue arc, cutting straight through the monster's guard. The impact kicks up a wall of dust, and when it settles, Min-Ju's just staring, breathless, not sure what she watched. Min-Ju rushes to him, panicked, but Jun-Woo waves it off with a laugh, says he's always been tough. Then he gets serious and asks for her sword instead of his. Giant rock ogre, he names it, a red-class monster he wasn't banking on seeing here tonight. He admits it, flat out. This one's intimidating. But skill activate. A locked prompt flickers open right there mid-fight. Dive immersion, unlocked specifically for running a joint project across departments. The math just changed. Light floods his blade as the skill locks in, and Jun-Woo squares up against the ogre with power he didn't have 5 minutes ago. Jun-Woo meets the ogre's crystal fist with Min-Ju's sword, and the math just changed. Lightning wraps his arm as dive immersion locks onto the swing. Steel screams against crystal. The ogre roars right into his face, and Jun-Woo already answers with a red arc cutting straight for its stone core. The ogre freezes for half a second like it hasn't caught up to what just hit it. Then the system pings twice. Skill activation. Hellfire, a beam of fire punching clean through it. Right behind it, skill activation. Circle counter, damage up 3,000% on a weak point, plus another 3,000% stacked from over-immersion. Remember that number. Over-immersion, Hellfire, and circle counter go off together, and this isn't a power spike. It's an explosion that swallows the ogre whole and stops the entire operation cold. Every hunter watching goes dead silent, then stunned. What the hell is that guy? A cleaner, what else? Nobody actually believes that answer anymore. Min-Ju, eyes wet, begs everyone watching to keep her teacher's power secret. It says everything about who Jun-Woo actually is. Rank, gear, bonus pay, none of that moves him. Then, mid-battlefield, still smoking from the kill, his cleaning obsession passive kicks in and he groans about being covered in soot. All he actually wants is to stay useful next to the people he calls his own. Meanwhile, across town in the association offices, the fallout starts on paper. A report crosses a desk. Team Captain Im Dongbin was dismissed mid-operation for skimming his own team's bonus pay. Someone crushes the tablet showing it. A director explodes. How does a team captain get himself dismissed during an operation this big? Cornered, Dongbin already has his story ready. It was Kim Min-Ju and that cleaner, plotting Tojith. The director isn't buying it. Everyone already knows Dongbin rigged the mess to steal Min-Ju's credit. Calling it a lie just makes him worse. Dongbin flips it back, reminding the director he signed off on that mandatory roster too. Wrong move. The director grabs his collar. Being senior to Soo-young doesn't make him untouchable. Dongbin goes pale. The story's already public. There's no talking his way out. The director orders Dongbin to go write his report and get out. Alone with Soo-young, the real fear surfaces. What if Dongbin talks and exposes that they secretly helped Jun-Woo? Damn it, the director admits it's a real risk. So he pivots fast. Promote Kim Min-Ju to team captain herself, cut Dongbin's whole operation out at the root, and bury the secret one level deeper. The notice lands official. Im Dongbin demoted, his whole team hit with disciplinary transfers. For a hunter, that's career death, and the vacated captain seat goes exactly where the director planned it. Min-Ju stands in her team's applause holding a bouquet, teammates already gushing over her new title, one angling to brag about knowing an ops captain. She just stares, stunned. This win doesn't feel like just a win. Kim Min-ju stands in a half-empty office, flowers in her arms, fighting back tears while her old teammates coo over her promotion. Someone jokes she is basically Lee Soo-young's equal now, team captain to team captain. Kim Jun-Woo shrugs that off fast, insists the ranks match but the experience gap is night and day. Then somebody notices the room. Way too many desks are empty. 17. That's the whole roster Min-ju inherited, and she can't shake the feeling headquarters handed her a team nobody wanted. Jun-Woo shuts that down. False humility is still a lie. She earned the chair. A rival captain seethes nearby that he didn't make rank until 30. Min-ju beams she still belongs to teacher's team. Jun-Woo warns her flatly, never say that where her people can hear. Jun-Woo thinks it through cold. No hunter wants to hear their captain moonlights as a janitor, and this whole team nearly got disbanded over that exact secret. Right on cue, his scruffy cleaning crew strolls in loud, already asking about lunch, and Min-ju's sharp new hires freeze in horror. Then the new team snaps to attention, greeting her like a captain who's earned it. One hunter practically salutes him. "Cleaner Kim Jun-Woo, you were incredible out there, begging to be counted as a teammate." Jun-Woo mutters an awkward okay. Elsewhere, Min-ju hears headquarters can't touch her team anymore, so teacher should relax and just clean to his heart's content. She realizes, wincing, the weirdness around here starts with her. Then word comes. Her new assistant is about to walk in. A support assistant is coming in today, exclusive to captains only, and Jun-Woo's mind snaps somewhere else entirely. He had one of those once. Lee A-young. The one person still standing next to him on the day he actually died, the longest relationship he had in his entire first life. Remember this, he's already wondering if she's out there somewhere, working for the association right now. He asks Min-ju the assistant's name. She shrugs, she doesn't even know yet. Jun-Woo talks himself down fast. Forget it, there's nothing to say to her anyway, and in this new timeline she wouldn't recognize him even if it were her. His cleaning crew jokes they'd better clear out before company arrives, waves him off, and the room goes quiet. Then, a tap drips. Someone's about to walk in. The door opens and Jun-Woo's whole body locks up for half a second. Then the woman turns and it isn't her. Just a flustered new hire, Song Hae-yeon, clutching folders and introducing herself as the assistant for team captain Kim Min-ju. Wrong target. Jun-Woo's eyes go cold and purple as he flatly says he's not Kim Min-ju, and she nearly screams before Min-ju sprints in to save her. It's not her, Jun-Woo tells himself flatly, and lets it go as his crew hustles off to the next job. Hae-yeon just watches him leave, quietly unnerved, realizing the scary one was Kim Jun-Woo. Cut to sunset over the city. Later, a wrecked Hae-yeon groans that she's exhausted, 2 months in and already thrown at a captain, while a coworker teases her about the new boss. Lee A-young, the assistant from Jun-Woo's first life, is working the floor now as deputy manager, and she corners rookie Song Hae-yeon by the congratulations flowers. She needles her, being off director Seo Min-cheol's radar is actually a good sign here. Then she drops a name to watch, the cleaner tied to the association president's backing. Hae-yeon blanks, Kim Jun-Woo. A-young just smiles. Smart girl. Don't let go of him. Hae-yeon backpedals fast. She complains he looked ill-tempered, scowling the second they met, and that scar on his nose reads like a gangster's. Petty stuff, and she's clearly not impressed. A-young isn't buying the read, though. This is the guy who scraped together his own team's budget and purged the operations people who dumped on his cleaners. Two very different Jun-Woos on the table. Hae-yeon writes it off as image management, betting he'll dodge every ounce of blame the second something actually goes wrong. That only makes A-young more curious, wondering out loud what kind of person Kim Jun-Woo really is. Cut to Jun-Woo himself, going cold. Someone's talking about him behind his back, and he does not like that. At a freshly cleared dungeon site, taped off like a crime scene, Jun-Woo's back in cleaner mode, grumbling and making small talk like it's any other shift. Min-ju's right there scrubbing beside him. He needles her about a captain having better things to do. She shrugs it off. This is still work. A passing hunter isn't kind. sniping that her team must be thrilled watching their new captain mop floors. Min-Ju's stuck on the actually disgusting part of the job, hacking at monster residue that won't peel off the floor. Jun-Woo steps in to show her the trick. Then he calls for volunteers to help disinfect, and his whole crew comes running, the cleaning team and the operations people he saved both shouting they've got it. Real team spirit now. Jun-Woo just sighs, half amused, half exhausted. I give up. Min-Ju finally cuts to it. He didn't drag himself all the way out here just to clean, so what's actually going on? Turns out Jun-Woo's stuck on this month's operation plan. 50 dungeons assigned, but the math doesn't work. Her 17-person team is short about 70 people to hit quota under the current system. Min-Ju doesn't hesitate. That's bullshit. Jun-Woo lays out the loophole. Headquarters assigns grade at random, and it doesn't care as long as the mission's checked off. So Navy grade and up counts toward quota, and a Navy grade dungeon only needs 3 or 4 hunters. Split into 3 teams, clear 1 dungeon in the morning, another in the afternoon, lean on support when it's rough. Min-Ju's floored nobody explained this in 10 years of captains before her. Min-Ju cuts the moment short. If he's done, get out, they're still cleaning to finish. Then something behind him spooks her bad enough to scream. She pivots straight into teasing. She's clocked him, and Ha-yeon throwing looks at each other since yesterday. Is that his ex-girlfriend? Jun-Woo doesn't dignify it. He just fires back cold. You eager to die? A-Yong reminds Min-Ju she's due at the operations meeting soon, but there's time to eat first. Min-Ju sends Ha-yeon off to book a restaurant for 9, really just to get her alone with Jun-Woo. Then she asks it straight. Does he know anyone in the support team? Someone there called her quietly, wanting to meet him, and told her to keep it from Ha-yeon. Jun-Woo has no idea what that's about. Jun-Woo runs through it in his head, a warning after he ran roughshod over the operations team, maybe. No reason for her to hunt him down in person for that. He tells Min-Ju to have her wait till he's free. Later, the cleaning crew thanks him for finishing early, and Min-Ju treats everyone to a promotion lunch. Then, the next day, something surges. A small boy stumbles through the dark, calling for his Ha-yeon, scared out of his mind. A voice answers from somewhere close. Then a shape growls out of the shadows, not his Ha-yeon. It reaches for him with a whispered "help me," and the kid barely gets out "are you all right" before the thing is on him. The monster's face fills the screen, teeth bared, eyes burning red, and the boy screams. Cut to breaking news. A grade schooler wandered into a dungeon by mistake around lunchtime and got mauled. The damage report is almost merciful. Minor injuries, resting in the hospital. Could have gone a lot worse, and everyone in that office knows it. Branch Director Seo Min-cheol reads the report cold. No barricade at the entrance. That's how the kid got in. He wants answers now. Jun-Woo, A-Yong, and Ha-yeon stand there while he tears into them over the most basic protocol in the book. The team happened to be finishing nearby and found the kid just in time. A few minutes later, and this isn't a happy ending. Before this gets bigger, the director wants a name, which Dumbass made the mistake. Ha-yeon speaks up first. It's her fault. She forgot to put the barricade up and went to eat instead. Min-Ju can't believe it. She saw Jun-Woo set that barricade up herself and starts to say so. Jun-Woo cuts her off flat. Lower your voice, you're in front of the director. So this is on the cleaning team. The director presses. Ha-yeon holds firm. It's not the team, it's her. She'll take full responsibility. He can't see her angle. What's the benefit? There isn't one, she says. The truth is the truth. Jun-Woo steps in, save him a seat. He'll front tomorrow's press conference and call it his error. The director locks it for 9 a.m. and warns discipline is coming either way. Dismissed, the 3 of them file out. The second they're clear, Min-Ju rounds on Jun-Woo. She saw him set that barricade up herself, and she gets that he's protecting the cleaning team, but this is insane. Even without a barricade, how does a little kid wander that deep into a dungeon? And how is a monster still alive in one that's already been cleared? None of it adds up. Kim Min-Ju corners Jun-Woo outside, furious he's about to take the fall for something that isn't his fault. He just shrugs, so what? Someone rigged this on purpose, he admits, but whoever pulled it off isn't some amateur, and there's no chance they crack it before tomorrow's press conference. Then the reveal. That monster never should have survived a cleared dungeon. Someone kept it alive on purpose. Jun-Woo just grins. Does any of that even matter now? Because right as the chaos breaks, the system pings him a new unlock condition, polymorph, requirement, boost public interest in the dungeon cleaning team. This whole disaster is free marketing. He's about to unlock another skill without lifting a finger. Min-ju stares down the cover story and mutters, "This isn't it." If the barricade removal was really an accident, how does a kid wander in 30 minutes before the dungeon's set to vanish? And why is a monster still alive in a cleared dungeon? Someone planned this. Branch Director CO Min Chial reaches the same read. The culprit is inside the association. Min-ju spirals useless, just a bystander, while Jun-Woo eats the blame alone. Then her own team crowds around her. One after another. Something isn't right. Why is the cleaner taking the fall for a mess he didn't cause? We need to find the real culprit. He backed us on the joint project, they say, now it's our turn. Min-ju just stares. You guys. Min-ju makes the call. Operation suspended, effective now. Team 2 is hunting down the real culprit instead. Quota be damned if it comes to that, she tells the room, speak now if anyone objects. Her team laughs it off, half joking they are an abandoned team anyway, no objections here. Then, mid-sentence, she's cut off, and someone she doesn't expect steps into the room. The one who cuts Min-ju off is Lee A-yong, Jun-Woo's deputy manager on the support team, meeting her captain for the first time. Rewind a few hours. Song Hae-yeon spirals over triggering the incident just 3 days into the job. She's told it's bad luck, not her fault, then asks the real question, what's the plan? The answer comes back simple. Cleaner Kim Jun-Woo takes responsibility himself tomorrow. Word spreads through the support team. Jun-Woo took the fall for a mistake that wasn't his, and everyone stunned someone that close to the association president would actually shield people underneath him instead of throwing them to the wolves. Hae-yeon wonders what he's really after. One voice cuts through the noise. A guy like that might be exactly what drains the rot out of this whole association. A-yeon pulls Hae-yeon aside, keep this between us, then poses the offer, should we help them out? Cut back to the present, and that's exactly what's happening. A-yeon tracks down Min-ju directly. I'm here to offer some help, she says. She already knows about Jun-Woo's situation and guesses Min-ju's digging for the truth. Min-ju admits they've barely started. Next stop, hunting for CCTV footage at the scene. Lee A-yong meets Min-ju before she can waste her time chasing dungeon footage. No permission, no CCTV, the equipment was broken anyway. But the cars parked nearby that night, some of them might have dash cams. Song Hae-yeon's already running the plates. Find the cars, pull the black boxes, and the truth walks right out. A-yong isn't handing over help for free. Her price. Min-ju talks about Kim Jun-Woo. Rumors are already circulating that the mild cleaner is actually a freelance hunter, a guild spy, even tied to the association president himself. A-yong just wants to know which one's true. Min-ju freezes. She isn't ready for that question. Min-ju admits she's never heard any of it, then catches herself. These rumors have run through headquarters for weeks, and nobody thought to loop in the team captain. Realization hits harder. Does A-yong really think Jun-Woo's just a cleaner? Behind her, the team is already laughing, plotting to keep their oblivious captain more in the loop. The team laughs her off, but underneath it there's real respect. A cleaner shielding blame that wasn't his, a captain dragging her whole squad in to protect him, in an association this rotten. A-yong decides that's worth backing. Deal's done, she'll help, but she wants a meeting with Jun-Woo later. She's already telling Hae-yeon to move faster on those plates. Across town, Jun-Woo walks off with a new suit for the press conference, mood almost light until his phone rings. It's Song Hae-yeon, the new hire, asking if he can reach Min-ju. She's not picking up. He shrugs it off. Maybe she's clearing a dungeon. Then Hae-yeon mentions a text that's bothering her, and his easy mood cracks. Ha-yeon reads it out. Min-ju swore she'd save Jun-Woo, and if she's late, Ha-yeon should talk her out of skipping the press conference. Jun-Woo's face drops. He hangs up mid-sentence and calls her direct. Kim Min-ju, what are you doing right now? Her answer lands like a gut punch. She's already on the road to Daejeon, nowhere near her actual territory. Min-ju lays out the plan from the car. Cars outside that dungeon, black boxes that might clear Jun-Woo, evidence by tonight. He's furious, told her to stay put and let him work toward unlocking polymorph in peace. She won't keep leaning on her teacher. He caves, tells her to log every car's location. Remember this because what she's digging for isn't the win she thinks it is. Min-ju promises to text him the locations. Meanwhile, Jun-Woo's already moving through the street, and a stranger flinches at just his face. His phone buzzes again, something about an injured kid. Before he even reads it, he's already swinging. A scream, blood on the pavement, bystanders backing away calling him crazy. The system doesn't argue, now entering battle mode. Here's where it gets stupid, the good kind. System flash, skill activation, hyper boost. Kim Jun-Woo detonates down the street in a streak of blue light, blowing past traffic before the shockwave even lands. Smoke clears and he's already mid-stride, aura crackling around him. He grins, cracks his neck. Let's give this a try, shall we? The math just changed. Meanwhile in Daejeon, Kim Min-ju finds the injured boy's brother, Han Do-jin, outside a building at dusk. He won't look at her badge. I have nothing to talk about with people from the association, he says, turning his back. She tells him the cleaning team's statement drops tomorrow, that they'll take an unfair fall for something that isn't their fault. He just smiles. Isn't that great, Tilda? Alone in a dim, empty room, Do-jin's eyes ignite purple. He isn't talking about the cleaning team anymore. That bastard Kim Jun-Woo, he mutters, is someone he'd gladly destroy anyway. Whatever grudge brought him here just turned personal. Remember this face. He isn't finished. In a Daejeon parking lot, a man in a suit jokes about dinner plans, then his face drops. It's a zombie. Min-ju steps up, badge out, asking for his cooperation. He backs away, insists he's just an ordinary citizen, nothing the association could want from him. A hand shoots out and grabs him hard. W, what are you doing? The grabbed man explodes. Why smash an innocent person's black box, you crazy bastard? Do-jin just smiles, promises compensation from the association later. Then his own skill fires battle mode, hyper boost, and he drops the man cold. A blue blur rockets off down the road. Elsewhere, Min-ju's team spots the getaway car. Captain, it's that car. They close in, badges raised, but the driver panics before they finish a sentence. Association this, association that bullshit. The driver roars, then flips to threats. You want to get sued? Min-ju's teammate backs off, apologizing. The black box is smashed too, just like all the others. Someone's been erasing every camera on this route before Min-ju's team can reach it. Night falls, and outside a quiet building, she finally comes face to face with him. Min-ju lays it out cold. He wants Kim Jun-Woo blamed for this, doesn't he? Did the association order it? Do-jin laughs, wild-eyed, since when does a fired hunter answer to anyone? Then it cracks, not even an apology for his little brother, and she's asking about orders. That's all for show, he spits. Onlookers whisper. He cuts her off, too many ears here. Disgusting association bastards, Do-jin mutters, storming into the hospital room where his little brother recovers. The kid begs him to stop, sick of injections, sick of these walls. Do-jin's grip tightens on his shoulder. Didn't he promise to help get revenge? One more day. The kid winces, Ha-young, that hurts. A shadow falls across the doorway. Do-jin turns. Kim Jun-Woo. Kim Jun-Woo, the regressed hunter posing as a cleaner, lays it out cold. No kid moves a steel barricade alone, and no kid relocates a dying monster. That takes a hunter. He says it straight to Han Do-jin, the boy's furious brother. In his hospital bed, the injured boy realizes the man Do-jin wants revenge on is the one who saved him. Do-jin screams it's all Jun-Woo's fault and swings. Jun-Woo catches the strike cold and says he'll forgive him. Do-jin freezes, stunned. A system window flickers behind Jun-Woo's eyes, a bonus skill, still locked, ticking up experience, set to unlock tomorrow. He walks off, telling Do-jin to sit tight and do nothing until then. Then one more line, don't hold a grudge and treat your little brother better. The kid asks if he heard that, if Jun-Woo really forgave him. Next morning, a press conference at Seoul headquarters, cameras on cleaner Kim Jun-Woo. He apologizes to the injured student first, then owns the barricade failure as his mistake. Do-jin watches on a screen and smirks. His team can't stop him now. Jun-Woo repeats it, this incident is on him. Then the room erupts. Team captain Park Jun-tae shoves through the crowd, and Jun-Woo stares him down, confused. Park heard from Song Hae-yeon that today was the day, and he shoulders Jun-Woo aside at the podium. I've gotten plenty of help from you, he says, so let your captain cover you this time. Park Jun-tae takes the mic. As team captain, he says, every mistake his cleaner makes falls on him. A reporter needles back, then isn't every senior on the team at fault too for not guiding him right? Two more step up, Moon So-yeon and Han Sang-hyuk, both claiming the blame is theirs. Somewhere off-screen, Do-jin seethes, furious that they keep getting in his way. So is the whole cleaning team responsible now? The reporter asks. One after another the team shouts back, it's my fault, I'm the one to blame, the team leader's the one at fault. Online, the live chat is losing it, mocking the chaos in real time. Then a furious voice cuts through, demanding the reporters write down that only Kim Jun-Woo is guilty. Kim Min-ju, captain of Operations Team 2, steps up with the injured boy at her side, the crowd murmuring she's the youngest ever promoted to operations captain. The boy, Han Yoo-jin, speaks first. He was just curious, moved the barricade himself, went in on his own, and he's sorry. Min-ju backs him instantly, telling the room the cleaning team did nothing wrong. They set that barricade the same way they always do. Do-jin walks off thinking no one will believe a kid who says he did this alone. Kids lie badly, and Yoo-jin kept insisting on his own just to cover for his Hae-young. He knows his little brother is better than he deserves, dragging him into a revenge plot like this. Something in him breaks. Do-jin decides he's turning himself in. Behind him, Yoo-jin calls out Hae-young. The memory cuts back to their father's funeral, young Han Do-jin promising young Han Yoo-jin he'll fill their father's place. Then it snaps to now. Do-jin, grown, is leaving for prison. Yoo-jin asks if he's going to jail because of him. Do-jin grabs him, says no, tells him to live well alone, and promises he'll be back before Yoo-jin even notices he's gone. Do-jin holds his little brother close, telling him to eat well and stay healthy, and Yoo-jin manages a smile through tears. Meanwhile, back at the press conference, a system message flashes. Skill unlock condition failed. Then Jun-Woo shouts for it to stop, but his team keeps shouting over him, one after another owning the blame themselves. 3 skill icons flash by, Hyper Boost, Hellfire over Immersion, then a 4th locks into place, Polymorph, unlocked because public interest in the dungeon cleaning team finally spiked. Leaning against the wall in his uniform, Jun-Woo admits he figured that chaotic press conference would tank his shot. The stream ticker reads 575 watching. Turns out it's not the scandal driving numbers, it's the mess itself, viewers climbing past 5,000 as comments flood in. Then one face grabs everyone, Moon So-yeon, dubbed the cleaning team's flower, and the count rockets to over 35,000. Jun-Woo just stares. The world is really fucking unfair, he mutters, then figures he owes So-yeon a thank you for the unlock. Min-ju pulls Jun-Woo aside, annoyed at being interrupted mid-shift, and reminds him someone's wanted to meet him. She makes the introduction, Deputy Manager Lee A-young from the support team. Jun-Woo freezes mid-word, staring like he's seen a ghost, while someone behind them gapes, Manager Lee. She holds her hand out, amused he still hasn't shaken it. In his head, Jun-Woo can't square this polished deputy manager with the assistant he remembers. This woman witnessed his death and might be a suspect in it, so caution first. Out loud, he just thanks her for the compliment on his press conference. She smiles. You're not as charismatic as I've heard. Do I need to be? Jun-Woo asks flat. A-Young laughs, then drops the small talk. How far do you want to go, she asks, cleaning team captain, management director, or higher. He plays dumb, but she's already naming her real target, pushing Seo Min-cheol clean out of the director's chair. A-Young lays out her grudge. Headquarters treats the cleaning and support teams like nothing, denying them even cafeteria access, and she wants that flipped. She points to Jun-Woo, a cleaner who showed up and started ignoring rank entirely. Wouldn't you keep pushing if you were him? She won't confirm the director claim but leaves it open. If you're doing something, go all the way. A-Young leans in, telling Jun-Woo a cleaning team and a fledgling operations team can't stay small forever, that joining hands with support only stacks the deck in his favor. Min-ju hesitates, wondering if a deputy manager can even greenlight this alone. A-Young doesn't blink. Yes, she says. She has exactly that much authority. A-Young spells it out. Manufactured weapons, focused support, real firepower for whoever signs on. Jun-Woo clocks that this pitch is aimed at operations, not his cleaners. And here's the real leverage. Her father, Executive Director Lee Do-shik, sits on the board, one of the few execs who actually knows how the association runs. Together they are a power block. It won't last. Jun-Woo already knows how this ends, he's lived it before. 5 years out, Do-shik gets purged in an HQ reshuffle, and A-Young's influence collapses with him, leaving her hollowed out, almost robotic. So he runs the math. Is this her plan or Do-shik's wearing her face? Hitched to that family, and when the axe falls, cleaning team and operations team 2 vanish with it. Jun-Woo turns her down flat. I politely refuse. A-Young's composure cracks. Why, there's no strings attached, she says. He tells her he'll keep doing what he's been doing, no help needed. She asks if that's confidence or dislike. He doesn't think she killed him last life, but he doesn't trust her either. Both wrong, she says. Flipping headquarters upside down was never his goal. A-Young straightens up. I'll get going then, she says. I still have some cleaning to do. Meanwhile, out under open sky, cleaning team 3 waves Jun-Woo down. Hurry up, brat. Everyone's ready to get moving except one face is missing. Han Sang-hyuk, a cleaning team 3 member, is on leave starting today. His older sister is finally back in the country. Turns out Sang-hyuk's sister is a hunter with the International Association, back in the country for a job, details thin. She's his only family, so the captain cut him loose without a second thought. That leaves just 3 to cover today's job. Mid-task, someone calls out. Jun-Woo, where'd you put the solution? Beside So-yeon, he says then, wait, I'll go grab it myself. Gear check runs the line. Jun-Woo packed. So-yeon packed. Sang-hyuk pack. Someone cuts off mid-word, who the hell are you? A stranger's been standing in the huddle and nobody clocked it. Ha 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 hello, reporter Gu Sang-chan, Central News Daily, here to cover cleaning team 3. Nobody told them a thing. He swears headquarters cleared it, blames Jun-Woo's press conference. Suddenly everyone's curious about the dungeon cleaning team. The reporter lays it out. People call the cleaning team a big shot, say it gets special treatment, but nobody knows what the job is. He wants to fix that with a feature. He catches a look off to the side and freezes like he's just been warned off. One teammate figures the exposure pulls in recruits. So-yeon isn't convinced this isn't glamorous work, it could make things worse. Jun-Woo stops. Wait. Kim Jun-Woo turns the interview back on the reporter. Does a flattering write-up on a job actually pull in more applicants? Gu Sang-chan admits it sometimes backfires, makes people sneer even I could do that. Jun-Woo doesn't flinch. He wants that exact reaction, tells Sang-chan to write the cleaning gig as easy as it gets. A system window flashes. Unlock condition for a skill called Hyper Bleed. Recruit a new member for the cleaning team. That's the real game. Branch Director Seo Min-cheol brushes off a co-worker's worry that good press could boost morale. He wants the opposite. Blood, gore, dungeon carcasses, figuring it'll shame the cleaners into their place. He has no idea he's handing Jun-Woo exactly what he needs. Lee A-Young, needling Seo Min-cheol, asks a simple question. Did anyone actually warn the cleaning team a reporter was coming today? His answer is one long, dawning because the answer is no. Whatever he planned to stage manage, it just walked in unrehearsed. At the site, a wide-eyed new hire keeps calling Jun-Woo Hyung Nim, asking how long he's worked the cleaning team, needling him in front of the others while they snicker. Jun-Woo grits through it, only enduring the noise to trigger that skill unlock, banking on the article pulling in more recruits. Then a scream cuts the moment short. A monster is loose right there in the dungeon. It's already dead. Jun-Woo dropped it before anyone even reacted. Instead of admitting that, he hams it up, grinning like dismantling monster corpses is his favorite hobby, and dares Sang-chan to try it himself. The gore gets swapped for a stuffed bear on the page, but the reporter's horror reads exactly the same. Sang-chan doesn't just flinch. He goes down and the team scrambles to check if he's actually okay. Underneath the panic, Jun-Woo is quietly thrilled. Every image the reporter walked in with, he's about to demolish on purpose. Sang-chan's back on his feet, notebook in hand, asking the real questions. Not enough staff, 2-hour deadlines, 3 or 4 dungeons a day, no cafeteria access until recently. The team goes quiet and Jun-Woo tries to punch through the silence with a shout about what's actually good about this job. Then a teammate mentions payday, and his whole focus snaps somewhere else. Money is the real pitch, Jun-Woo figures, if nothing else about the job sells itself. Then he checks his own balance. 300 hours worked this month for 3.3 million won, bonus included. 100 times less than he made as a hunter in his first life. He laughs at the irony while the rest of the team celebrates like it's a fortune. Sang-chan flinches at whatever's on his phone, an actual irk out of him. His whole face is doing the talking. He'd rather die than take this job, and if that's the read that goes to print, cleaning team recruitment stays dead for years. Then someone laughs it off. They've only sent half the number. Turns out the team gets paid twice a month. So the real monthly number is 7 million won. Sang-chan's stunned, then flips completely. That's more than most big companies pay, hard job or not, that kind of money pulls people in. The new hire loses it, accusing Kim Jun-Woo of lying to sell the gig. Jun-Woo doesn't flinch. I am not joking, and I am not lying. Cut to branch director Seo Min-cheol's office, trading theories with an aide. There's no reason a person does this much for the cleaning team, is there? Best to just stay clear of him, madman that he is. Right on cue, Jun-Woo shoulders the door open. Ah, shit, speak of the madman, Min-cheol mutters. Jun-Woo doesn't waste a word. Increase my salary, please. Min-cheol points out Jun-Woo's barely a month in, still on probation. Jun-Woo, make it double. That lands like a slap. Min-cheol demands a reason for a non-permanent hire. The pay isn't even low as it stands. Jun-Woo, it doesn't match what the job actually costs you. Min-cheol caves just for you then. Jun-Woo grins. No, the whole team, double. Endure flashes across the panel as Min-cheol loses it, asking if Jun-Woo just hates him personally. Doubling an entire team's pay is outrageous for work that isn't even specialized. Jun-Woo just thinks, guy's got a surprisingly good personality for someone he'd normally be strangling. Later, Min-cheol tracks him down to apologize. This call is above his pay grade, it's a board decision, and he swears he isn't stalling. Jun-Woo admits to himself he jumped the gun. The system pings. Hyper bleed, unlock condition. Recruit 1 new member to the dungeon cleaning team. That's the real math. 2 skills for the price of 1 recruit, and he rushed it. He storms back in anyway, calling out Seo Min-cheol over how operations are split, favoring Team 9, when a booming executive barges in first. Jun-Woo's halfway out the door when the executive stops him cold for a selfie, grinning that he's a fan. You're cleaner Kim Jun-Woo from Team 3, right? This is Executive Director Lee Do-sik, influence fading but still one of the biggest names in the association. He jokes this is how his daughter felt chasing idols, which lands harder than he means it to. That daughter is A-young. Do-sik rattles off Jun-Woo's whole reputation. the man who ousted Lim Dongbin from HQ Team 2, the one supposedly building connections wide enough to swallow headquarters whole. Then he asks why Jun-Woo even came to see Min Chiao. A salary increase. Dusik laughs, a board member standing right here. Why ask him? He already knows the cleaning team's pay is a joke. Then quieter. There's something I want from you. Min Chiao grits out a compliment, praising Jun-Woo's sharp read, while payment season quietly tilts in his favor. Dungeon intel keeps flowing to Lee Si-young, the operations captain backed by his faction. Jun-Woo flags the bias, then plays dumb, insisting he's just a cleaner. Cornered, Min Chiao dares him. Earn the raise and he'll pitch it to the board himself. Min Chiao lays out the deal. Team with Operations Team 2, beat Team 1 results just once, and he'll carry the raise to the board. He points out Jun-Woo already led a joint project before, so this shouldn't be impossible. Show me what you've got, he demands. Alone, Jun-Woo admits the stakes have ballooned past his plan. A few days later, he gathers the team. His cleaning crew gathers, confused about the sudden meeting. Jun-Woo waves it off as routine, just payment season for the operations teams. Then he drops the real target. This time, Cleaning Team 3 is teaming with Operations Team 2, and they're not aiming to survive the quarter. They are aiming for first place. Jun-Woo presses for details, and the answer's grim. The team is barely scraping quota while Min Chiao openly stacks the deck for Team 1, and Team 3 has gone and hired freelance hunters. Jun-Woo lays out his angle, promising he actually has a plan. One teammate bites. If it means shaking off the label of a shabby, sold-out team, it's worth the risk. Jun-Woo puts it to the team straight. Are you in or not? With his name behind the plan, nobody hesitates, they're doing it, no questions asked. He breaks down the real mechanic. The cleaning team isn't dead weight. Clearing volume means nothing without systematic coordination between operations and cleaning. This, he says, is a true joint operation between both teams. But the plan needs one more piece. Jun-Woo admits there's another team involved and reaches out, pulling in Lee A-young, the support team deputy manager he'd turned down before. She needles him for it, reminding him she holds grudges and that he doesn't get to skip a missed bus. He takes the hit and admits it. The cleaning and operations teams can't pull this off alone. A-young shelves the grudge and asks what he actually needs. Jun-Woo's list is bigger than she expects. Top-grade support gear, hunters checked in every 2 days, a real chain of command, even plasma cutters and drones for his own crew. A-young cuts him off, stunned. That's way more than it takes to just hold a stable rating. Jun-Woo shuts it down cold. He's not chasing some safe rating, not while the nepotism captain who doesn't get operations or the loudmouth obsessed with headcount might beat him to it. His real target, first place. But there's a catch. Control gave Team 1 nearly all the dungeon intel, so even united, the gap stays brutal. A-young just shrugs it off. Jun-Woo isn't buying it. Nobody even knows where the next dungeon opens. A scream rips through the dust, teacher. And when it clears, it's Kim Jun-Woo standing in the wreckage, sword drawn, barely rattled. That scared me, he mutters. Then the system pings, skill activation. A window flashes over immersion, a buff that cranks the next skill's output through the roof. His blade floods purple. The math just changed. A skull as big as a building roars down, fangs bared, eyes burning red. Jun-Woo doesn't flinch. His sword drinks in the purple charge, the readout climbing, hyper boost, stacking higher with every second he holds it. He plants his feet, breathes out one word, hup, and swings. The strike cuts clean through, one line of light splitting the monster in half. Nearby, someone shouts Captain Park. In shock, and Captain Park, one of the team leads watching, just grins, asking if it's their turn now. Back with the crew, a teammate gets hoisted on shoulders, hype the gear delivered. Someone razzes Jun-Woo for the flashy finish. One of the crew begs to keep the cutting blade for good. 10 of them and 10 dungeons a day would be easy. Jun-Woo shuts it down. That thing's imported at a brutal price for weapons production, not theirs to keep. Lee A-young's already routed gear and backup to the next spawn point in Siachodong. First place, Jun-Woo admits, won't be a problem. The board updates. Cumulative dungeons cleared, Team 1 and Team 2 dead even at 22. Someone warns the real damage is the widening gap, not the count. Minchial reads it and snaps, slamming the table, screaming Jun-Woo's full name like an accusation, demanding to know if this is payback for the raise. Off to the side, an old man says goodbye to a girl he just got back safe. Operations Team 1 grinds through a raid, and Minchial screams at his people to hit the monster with everything they've got. Cut to the cleaning crew catching heat for running behind schedule. Then Jun-Woo's joint op, Team 2 and cleaning Team 3 with him calling the shots. This thing gets stronger the longer it lives, he warns, quick kill only. Roger. His crew charges in. Jun-Woo tells his people there's time to breathe before the limit hits, get some rest, they're already an hour ahead. Meanwhile, Team 3 runs a joint clear with freelance hunters. Then the board flips to day 3, Team 1 at 24, Jun-Woo's Team 2 at 35, way out front. Minchial reads the gap and loses it. Fucking hell. Worse, the support team just sided with them too. Minchial wonders if the support team's boss is sabotaging him. Doubtful, someone says he's just sore about losing resources. But Jun-Woo and Ae-Yong see the real stakes. If Control joins this alliance too, it stops being a favor and becomes a machine that clears dungeons on its own. Captain Pyeon, head of the Control team, gets asked directly, refuses, then orders his people to freeze Jun-Woo's crew out of new dungeons. Remember this. Pyeon Chang-hyun snaps at his staff. Give Team 2 nothing, not a hint of authorization. In the dungeon, energy cracks and another beast drops clean as Jun-Woo's crew closes out one more clear. A teammate pushes for 6th run, but Jun-Woo caps it at 5 a day, banking strength for a final spurt. A reporter sneers the cutting machine does the real work. Jun-Woo doesn't blink. That gear was never his to keep. Lee Ae-Yong turns on the charm with the reporter she calls Sang-chan, pitching for coverage and crediting Jun-Woo as the reason the joint team has come this far. The radio cuts in. Effective immediately, every dungeon needing full completion clearing goes to Operations Team 1. Lee Si-young scowls, sure the Control team just tipped the scales for Co. Minchial's side, and wonders out loud if this favoritism is getting too obvious. Team 1 dungeon load triples overnight, and they're clearing so fast their own cleaning crews can't keep pace, 3 dungeons already left rotting. Jun-Woo grits his teeth. They don't seem to get that an uncleaned dungeon just resets the danger, and it's his cleaning team stuck fixing the fallout after every operation. His crew panics, unsure what to do. Jun-Woo isn't backing down. His raise, his article, this whole campaign rides on it. He figures they'll hit Team 1 limit soon, one final spurt and the gap closes. But while they wait, dungeons keep going uncleaned, and even a protective suit won't save you from the poison gas rotting inside one. Worse, if this keeps up, the order flips entirely. Cleaners walk in before the monsters are even cleared. Ae-Yong figures she'd survive that. Her team wouldn't. Jun-Woo goes quiet. Alert lands at the association's headquarters in Uedo. 3 dungeons have gone completely uncleaned across Seoul. A headquarters executive erupts, cursing Co. Minchial, the Seoul branch director, ranting that some self-proclaimed elite let a disaster like this happen right under him. He orders his secretary to get Chang-hyun on the line immediately. Ae-Yong cuts in, calm. There's no need. Chang-hyun isn't happy to see Ae-Yong outside office hours, and they trade barbs about manners and dishwashing before she gets to it. No need to cancel operations over the unclean dungeons. He snaps that she knows exactly how dangerous those are until the reveal lands. Team 2, cleaning Team 3, and the support crew are already out there working the mess. Not his call. Orders from the top. Chang-hyun adds one more thing. Their leader wants a message passed on. I admit defeat this time. Ae-Yong blinks, wondering when the 2 men even talked, feeling like everyone's cutting her out of the loop. She doesn't linger. She's got her own cleaning to do, duster in hand as the elevator doors close on her. Alone, Chang-hyun breaks into a grin. Would you look at those crazy punks? Back at headquarters, the executive can't get over it. The self-styled cleaning manager and his support crew swooped in and cleared the dungeon's Minchial's own operation abandoned, making the so-called elite look worse than anyone. He orders Secretary Yu to reach the association president and start building a disciplinary case. Elsewhere, CO Minchial has lost to the cleaning team again, panicking with his aide over what happens if this gets out. CO Minchial's own aides lay it out cold. Hand one team exclusive rights to clear dungeons, and every other team on the board just became an enemy. Complaints are already flooding in. He sits there, jaw tight, fists clenched, because it's too late to undo any of it. Then a runner bursts in grinning. Team 2 and the whole support crew just got pulled on a cleanup duty. Minchial's face lights up. Suddenly nothing's in his way. Minchial can't stop smiling. With Team 2 stuck cleaning instead of clearing, first place in the rankings is basically locked in, and those rotting, gas-filled dungeons stop being his headache. His aide isn't smiling. In his head it's pure panic. This isn't luck. They just torched their last shot at fixing this mess. Then it hits someone else too, all at once. We're screwed, and now everyone in the room knows it.